Okay, so last time we had played, after entering the tournament proper, you spent a brief stint inside of the four chance gambling halls. Then you travelled across the belt with Thames hired carriage, where the apparent view of Oakhart shows it not to be a town that's struggling like other places. The exterior workforce, the people who live in the belt, aren't groveling peasants. They are people who work as professionals and get the back end kickbacks of working in such a rich town. Um, the Lyranok then prepared an amazing feast for the party's host, Carmen Napules, and the children she cares for. And he paid for decent ingredients and set himself up to have a good meal prepared. Before that, or just after getting the agreements, Osmundo contacted and met up with the party in the Orite Locks near a fountain to divulge the information of a raid by the White Rose strike team. They appeared as the party and took the Six-Fingered Man's teleport in the Underdark and fought him over several days. And on locating the necromantic user, they slain him. A task which cost the lives of strike team members and that of Osmundo himself, who had to be revived. What was learned in the aftermath was that the Second Figure Man had an arrangement of protection on the kidnapped Slate family and others with Barazir, the infamous Blue Drake in the Southern Lands. Now, with the Six-Fingered Man dead, the charges of Barazir on his behalf are unlikely to be such welcome guests. Only time will tell what the Jewelstone Jackal will do with her house guests. In more positive news, Necromancer's allied forces are routed, the tribes split and warring again, and it'll be much easier to drive them away by the Raising Flame and Sacred Bastion Templar orders. As recognition for your handover of information to the White Rose, each member of the party was gifted or awarded a second petal across your necklaces, which now means this magical boon is that when you roll hit dice on short rests, the total is doubled. So if you roll a d8 and you add your con modifier, oh, I got a 12, it's 24. Torkel, at the end of this dinner with Carmen after Lyranok had painstakingly rolled really well to not drop the chicken on the floor, sent a message to Shifter, the self-proclaimed first of the Taken, that the Six-Fingered Man had been destroyed by the White Rose. And you all, after getting a good meal and getting a good night's rest, after a sobering day, you all slowly start to awaken in the cottage on the 17th day of Brawlin in the early morning. It is a normal enough day. There's a little bit of drizzle outside. It's mild enough weather to not warrant an overcoat, but there's a bit of moisture in the air. And you guys are just starting to get up. Is there like any pressing matters anywhere you guys are like desperate, like we gotta go, or are you guys going to sit in for a little while and talk and discuss? I guess the first person I would go to would be Orly. You, after leaving the night a little bit earlier, were in the cottage on your lonesome before by the time the rest of the party had come in, you were already fast asleep. So you're probably the first to awaken because you were sleeping the longest. Um, what's on Orly's mind as he awakes in the cottage?
Well, considering nobody else is up, I've got my thoughts to myself. It's anytime this happens that we've come here, my thoughts have gone back to the Hearst and what exactly is happening there, as well as obviously seeing those carvings that are very, very similar to what I remember my own kid drawing, and what the carving represents. Obviously, it was a child and a somewhat of a young adult dragon. Hard to get perspectives and stuff like that from a kid's carving or from not so great a carving, but yeah, that's always been playing on my mind since coming here. So
Yeah.
not
So
not enough to leave the group and go out on my own. I'll probably get a cup of tea and ponder about what that all means until everybody gets up, I suppose.
There's this small library next to the hearth, which you like kick open and you like throw some kindling in, you light a fire, you get the tea brewing. There's a small little nook there where you can sit on one of kind of a chair that looks like the window into the front garden, plus the additional exterior gate, which takes out in the street. And there's a book on like plants and shrubs and mushrooms that you can like just browse on. And I think as you're kind of sitting there, they're taking and maybe reading, maybe not, maybe you just sit there with your tea. Um, uh, I think next to awake would be probably Thoric. The smell of fire means food might be cooked soon. So Thoric, you get up next. What's your morning going to be like?
Thorik's still asleep, but he's waking up to get like he's getting out of bed to go look for food. So he's like, his brain is still processing that. Oh, maybe I should get up for food, but his body's already dressed and out and looking for.
Most people sleep walk, and he sleep eats instead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's when he's had something for breakfast, he then becomes a morning person. But between waking up and that, he grumbles and mumbles.
And then hearing the shifting sound of the not near 8-foot tall dragonborn, your perceptive nature kicks in, and you hear some shuffling around Hendrik, and you awake as well. And what's your morning going to be like?
I think I've been awake for 2 hours, and I've been staring at the ceiling.
Yeah.
Hendrik's in a bad mood. Being around all these orphan kids reminds him of his when he was like a kid, an orphan, and he fucking hates it. Oakhart is a city that is lacking in crime, but the people here are so wealthy that they're freaking ignorant to the dangers of the world. They're so safe in here, so he hates it. And now he has to get up and go check in with the brass shields and the what's the oath that he has to do today.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna get up, not say a damn word, and just freaking go and get that done. Hendrik's having a bad time.
All right,
he wants to get out there. God damn it! He's stuck here for a week.
Yeah. So as we just before you kind of go out the door, Lernok, you awake as well.
I think Lernok's probably taking it a little bit easy still today. He's still just in a complete opposite mood to Hendrik. Lernok's like, last night was a good night. He's happy he was able to share the good food with everyone, and he's sort of just taking it at a more sedate, relaxed pace. And everything, but yeah, he'll just sort of slowly get ready for the day and
sure. All right. Okay.
Come down for breakfast.
So we see you stood up, you get your glamour cloak on, and you leave out the side gate. Can you roll me a perception check, please, Hendrik? Oh, was it rolled at all?
I
know. Is my internet gone? Can people hear me?
No. Yeah, I can hear you. I think it's just.
I think it's Ryan.
Oh no, it's just Ryan.
Like, okay, hold on. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
I installed Okay, sorry. Yeah, and
good, don't worry.
Do something like computer at some point later. I installed new internet thing. I can't fucking remember the name of it.
Yeah, just perception check, please, Hendrik.
Sure thing, sir.
24. That is a good roll. A natural 17 on the first roll of 2026. Let's go. As you walk out,
all downhill from here.
All downhill from here. As you walk out in the street, it's early enough morning. There's a few carriages around, a few people like getting their like heading to work or something like that. A few people leaving their domiciles to either go study or work. And as you're like looking down the street, you do see a familiar figure walking towards you. And they've got a good perception as well. So they see you walk outside the gate, they see you close it, the iron bar gates, you close it, and they're about 25 feet away from you. And you see the golden scaled dragonborn figure of Arthur Trunar looking at you. And there's a half kind of like dry smile, and he waves at you, and he gets that he just breaks the distance about 10 feet, and he says, well, this is fitting. I was actually coming just to find you this morning, Hendrik. Good morning to yourself.
Out of character. Who was this character again?
So Arthur Trunar was the golden dragonborn you met who came on board the Torment Tamer to help extract with the Brass Shield's Maldum Threnic.
My character knows him then from a long time ago.
Yeah, you've known him for a good couple of years. I mean, he's 43, like he's in his early 40s, but you've known him like his entire professional career, and he is a good Inquisitor of Tyr. Like he's not half-assed. Like it was kind of between you and him as the High Lord's favorite of actually just getting shit done.
Okay. I just tipped my cap to him. Are you headed to the Oath?
I am. That's actually the reason I wanted to speak to you this morning. I know you've always been an early start, so I thought we could go together. There's something I want to talk to you about. It won't take too long.
I got all morning. Let's go.
All right. Well, the closest tower is this way, and he kind of points up the slope and kind of gestures towards where the closest kind of precinct house of a brass shields are. As you're walking, he does that thing like where make an insight check for me, please, just before he even like starts divulging information. Make an insight check. 23. So you see that Arthur, through his entire career, unless like he's been the real throngs of like a desperate investigation, he's always been a very calm guy. So he's been calm like most of his life. Most of the time you've known him, it's been rare to see him in a state where he isn't like feels like in control. But this 23, this high roll, what you can sense on him is a little bit of trepidation, not nerves in regards to you or the city or like confidence. It's more nerves in like you clearly read there's something he wants to talk to you about, and he is going to mention it. But that kind of brief 30 seconds period where he seems to be composing himself to like how he's going to say it. But not like in a worrying state, like not like it's frantic, not like it's worried, but it's just like, okay. Clearly he knows you very well, and he's trying to think of a way to tell you something in a way that you're going to accept.
I got all the time in the world. He'll, say whatever he wants to say when he says it.
Yeah. As I said, you get about 30 seconds, and he says, I must admit to you, Hendrik, it's not just the oath I wanted to take with you and complete with yourself this morning. The High Lord does need your presence for a certain ritual, and I've been sent to ask if you're keen of your involvement. Or more or less, what I should say is your station now as a truth caller actually puts you in a very favorable position to the High Lord, as he cannot conduct this ritual without a truth caller present. And as Tyr would see it, it is fortunate in his eyes for you to be in Oakheart. So, matter of factly, you're the only truth caller he trusts within arm's grasp with this. And I've been sent to ask if you're keen, but you don't have to answer just this moment. I'll explain myself. You remember how we met on the Torment Tamer?
Yeah.
Well, Maldum is contained, but he needs to answer for what he done. The actual Maldum, not the thing inside of him. And there's a exorcism ritual being put together later this evening in a secure location. And the High Lord and myself would be, well, thankful if you'd be the liaison from the Truth Color orders to help supervise such a ritual.
Yeah, well, I don't like any of this, but let me make a decision after the oath. I'll see how it sits with me then. I don't like any part of this.
Well, that's fine. Now I'm going to say something that's my own belief rather than what the High Lord has continued to pass on to me. I'm a little bit. He looks kind of skyward and keeps walking and looks at like the vistas, the high towers, the cobbled streets, like how orderly the city is. I'm a little bit uneasy at the calmness and easiness that it's taken to transport Maldum and set up. No, I am not suspicious of the High Lord or any of the agents we've got with us. But it just feels. You remember that case I had back in the capital? Where we had that thieving cult that would also commit arson to cover their tracks? You know how it took a few months to get a real lead on them? And I just had this sinking feeling there's something else there.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, you do remember that. And it wasn't just thieves. They had an elemental, a fire conjurer amongst their party, and it became a whole arcanist, extrajudicial, blood for blood kind of sentencing. Well, this feels like that. There's not all the pieces are in play, at least under my assumption. And I mean, you said you're traveling with a troop that.
Are you worried about demonic reprisal? Is that what you're saying?
I just feel this is. The High Lord can say more. I'm not at liberty to continue the entire tale.
No. You started speaking your own mind. You can't stop halfway when you're trying to reach out to me. Finish your thoughts.
All right.
Do me a
Maldum's.
Do me a roll.
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah. Make a persuasion check, please, with advantage because you know him, and he trusts you.
I might just roll twice if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it. 21.
Oh, guys.
Nice.
I don't understand. Hendrik is so lucky.
Yeah, you've always been honest with me, even when I wouldn't have liked you to be, Hendrik. Maldum's involvement with the High Lord is obvious, and that Maldum is responsible for killing his daughter. And I worry that history is clouding a little bit of the eagerness to prosecute the exorcism. But, what I will say is Maldum's involved in things that the High Lord has sentenced me to be inquisitive on, shall we say, for a long time now. We feel he's connected to a larger plot in the capital, and that through this exorcism and clearing of his mind, that we'll be able to get some questions answered that we couldn't have before. But back to my ask, in my opinion.
The killing of the High Lord's daughter was part of a plot?
I feel it so. He feels so, and so does she.
I'm sorry, who's... Oh, wait. Out of character. Okay, out of character. His daughter's dead, right? Like the murder was successful?
He reads your reaction, and he stops walking. And he turns, and you turn and look at him, and he says,
Speak with the dead?
No, not that simple. She's been brought back. She's been back for a couple of years now. Maybe 2.
Oh, okay. I thought the body was unrecovered. Never mind.
The body was... It took our good Lord, our good High Lords, a lot of favor asking and a lot of begging to the Hierophant for such an appropriate ritual to bring back what we could. And Ruth is back, and you may meet her. Ruth and Maldum were in a relationship of some sort, whether romantic or friendship. That much is clear. But my ploy to you is you traveled with that party on that ship you came in that transported Malcolm, and you said you had use of them. Now, I respect you, and I feel that you can look after yourself decently as well, but, well, muscle's a little bit thin in Oakheart. I've spoke to the High Lord that we should have an additional support, but Maldum and the risk of an exorcism means that there can only be a close circle of people to come into that and see it. And I tried to labor that we should hire Ravensword, but the whole damn wing, the whole damn garrison's been purchased by the Ellerhan family, that ones that live on the hill in that fancy golden palace. So none of them are up for grabs. And, well, the brass shields, the ones in the town, the High Lord, despite them being efficient, just wants capital men. And you're more capital than most of them. I mean, you've lived there for a century and done your due diligence. So this strength of your friends, your companions, if you say that you trust them to the High Lord when you speak with them later today, yeah, sneaky, he's going to be up at the tower we're going to. I should have said that first off. But anyway, if you say that you trust them and they can be present, just in case, you know what I'm saying? I just got that feeling, Henny. I just got it. But you don't have to decide now. I mean, you can tell them as little as you want. We can obfuscate vision. We can obfuscate noise. We can blindfold them, and then they're in the room, and then they're not. As much trust as you want to give them, or as little. But I feel it'd be, well, that's like what can I ask of you? All right. I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll consider it.
Of
Is
course.
there
Well,
any? I mean, the end of this, I'm gonna go up there and probably tell him, "Yeah, I'll help." Is there anything else that I need to know about this, like that you haven't shared with me? Because this sounds like a whole tangle of a lot of stuff.
it's a big, long spinning thread. I won't lie. And I've only been told what I do know, as much as I've said to you by the High Lord. There's things that he knows that I don't. And you know what he's like as a commanding lord. He'll tell us what we need to start the investigation, but he relies on us to pick up the rest of the pieces and come to him when the job's done. But this personal connection with his daughter and then Malden being the man responsible for what he did.
Yeah, I understand. Have there been any other demonic things around here in the city? Because you say that Malden's part of a plot, and I know the murder took place in Breakwater, right?
No, he's in the capital. In the
Oh, it was in the capital. It was in Erith.
It was in the Charthorne Academy where Ruth was studying.
Oh,
at the time.
that's right. Sorry. Listen, I have so many murders that I'm keeping track of.
I think you've done, for every murder I've solved, I think you've got another 6 on record in the annals.
Yeah. Okay. So Erith, that's right, in the academy. I remember now. And you okay? But he thinks there's a plot here in Oakheart, or at least a cabal or some shit in Oakheart.
It's all no, I don't
In
think
Erith.
so. In Erith, in the capital. This is again the reason why I feel that he moved. Once Malden was caught in Liberty Corner, he requested from the High Lord Juratus of Breakwater to get him shipped up the Oakheart, so that Malden didn't have to travel overland back up through as a risk, and then be known to be entering the capital again. I don't want to say it's neutral ground, but, well, the High Lord has a friend here that has this secure study cellar dungeon, if you will, that he can have use of for the exorcism. And it's
Well, okay. My concern though is that there's a demon-possessed person who was killing people in Erith, and now you're telling me he's connected to a greater plot. That's not a great indicator.
No, and this is the questions will get answered once that Melon's probably free of the entity accosting him. Because right now it's like talking to a bag of insane Darrow or someone's mind raptured by an illithid. It
I
ain't just
understand.
making goddamn sense, but
I'll
when
be
he's
honest,
back to himself.
I avoid cities. I don't like them. Oakheart and Erith especially. So I haven't been in Erith in a bit, so I don't know how bad it's gotten. When was the last time you were in Erith?
Well, we traveled here by gate for sanctuary. On
From
the
Erith,
outskirts of
right?
town.
The High Lord and you? Both?
The High Lord, and a couple of brass shields plus Ruth.
And you?
So, and me, yeah, I traveled with him. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's really recent. Okay.
Yeah, I do have one suspicion though, and this is just a theory. These have you heard in the papers these killings in the capital, the Moonlight murders?
No. Like I said, I haven't been to Erith in a long time.
Well, I have a feeling that they didn't just start recently like the papers say. I've been close and saw a few grisly things, but the High Lord clearly has a lot of other Inquisitors he uses. I mean, there's some 60 of us just in Erith alone. So there's a lot of cases moving along, but
Yeah, I
I
understand.
don't know. From the report of what happened to Ruth and her classmates, well, just struck a similar vein, you know?
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
And I'll need to roll religion for this, so I'm gonna do it right now. Knowledge religion. 9, son of a bitch. Demonic possession. Is that a thing that can just happen? Like if you're a really evil person, can a demon who's in the world take control of you or whatever? Or is it like a summoning ritual?
The church doctrine of like possessions, especially of chaotic demonic entities, is that they cannot, your soul is your soul. The same way that you pray and get piety, that's a choice. So your understanding would be that in some way Malcolm was responsible for what happened to him. That it was at least some part. There's some slide. There was some inference. There was some failure on his part, or greed, or pride that allowed him to be taken. That would be understanding.
Okay.
Yeah. And
do I have any personal experience with it? I mean, I know doctrine, but honestly, doctrine's kind of useless to me. Do I have any personal? How common is it of a thing?
Over your 300 some years as a professional inquisitor, you probably saw maybe less than 5 cases of true exorcisms. And even then, once the person was caught, you handed them off to a High Lord to dictate and all that stuff. So you were never really present. This is the first time you'd be present for an actual true exorcism.
Okay, understood. Well, let's go get my R, I guess.
Yeah.
Oath of Judgment.
Okay.
And then I'll help out. I'll bring some people I trust.
Okay. So as Hendrik
bag over the head of one of them, but
as Hendrik heads off and you go into the tower and you start your rebonding again with Tyr's Law and Order with Arthur present, and you take that with the expectancy that once it's finished, you'll probably speak with the High Lord. Let's feed back to the other party because this is probably going to take a while for Hendrik to be away. So Orly, Torkel, Lyranok, and Thoric, the 4 of you, I know Torkel's not here, the 4 of you are left without Hendrik. And what do you guys want to do this morning?
Did we like see him leave, or have we just woken up and he's just not here?
No, you would have saw him like getting ready and like leaving pretty. You all saw him leave, go through the gate, and then that was the last.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if he was like did this before we were actually up. I don't.
How many days left until the start of the tournament?
Oh, you still have, including this day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days.
Okay, cool.
Is it on the 24th?
The tournament starts on the 24th. Yeah.
Okay. I don't. So this is one of these where it's been quite a while.
Mhm.
Was there anything specific? Anything else we were actually going for? I remember we were going to looking into the Hearst. Was there anything else we planned? Didn't, I don't remember. I think Torkel found something to do with
Yeah,
like
Torkel
the
was
building
interested in,
plans
like,
in the
the
Frondescence
building.
approach. Was
Yeah,
it?
he was interested in that. Yeah.
But obviously Torkel's out of commission for today for various reasons. I think we can go to the Hearst. If you guys want to, unless there's something specific again that you guys want to do.
Just preparing for the tournament myself. So
Ah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's a future problem.
if you need help, Leonok, I'll be happy to help.
Okay. So you guys want to go to the Hearst?
Yeah, I think we'll go to the Hearst, and then after we've done that, because we haven't visited the charity gardens of Baldray yet, so we'd kind of like to do that at some point.
Yeah,
but,
you're right.
it wasn't exactly a priority. So now that sounds like we've got a bit more time on our hands, then we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's look at the Hearst first. That
Okay.
was not intentional rhyming, but
That's fine. The Hearst first. Hearst first.
Yeah.
Garden second. Okay. So you get your belongings together. You get your equipment packs, and as you head out in the street, it is the start of the regular work week. You're not muted, by the way, Toxie. And as you leave, that change from like residential, it's not stately homes, but like detached, terraced, fine houses, into shifting larger, more independent of structure buildings, and finally the etchings of the forest of the Hearst itself starting to appear. And you see, going past the Western Bahamut Repository, the campus, you can see a couple dozen or so Bahamut clerics out, like studying, like the equivalent of like students studying in pavilions or tea centers or eateries, like very much like this western or this eastern slope of the Hearst is like very much a student dominated area. And you hear like gossip, people talking about like lessons they don't like or revision they have to do. And heading in to the Hearst itself, you see that familiar cracked, dark gray, asphyxiated, petrified bark, the great central tree of the Hearst, dominating in size, diminished in its view of this similar affliction affecting it, and you see no lit candles except for a handful of the inside of the hollow center. You don't see any of the Thanes or decorated holy places of Thesnir with fur cloaks, with offerings of animal hearts, of hides, of picked mushrooms, as it would be commonplace. There's a handful of people moving around, and I don't want to say relaxing, but like moving through the Hearst. And why don't the three of you give me a perception check, please?
Okay. Let's see if we can roll as well as.
Oh,
20?
those rolls.
Yep, there you go.
Nice, there we go.
No,
It's a natural
a
one.
natural
so
one.
Is that not treated as a 10?
Welcome
with
to
reliable talent?
2026.
Yeah. Whatever. Let me look at reliable talent.
Yeah.
Hanson.
Okay. So with a
I just
keen
want to
eye
point
for-
out I got less than someone who rolled a natural one.
yeah, rogues, man. So Lyranok and I think Orly, Lyranok, you're more distracted probably. Like last time you saw these trees, a certain night, broke his oath, and that reminds you of that. For Orly, the whole macabre center of what you thought would be a reminder of your son dissipates, and with Thoric, you do see a Thesnir cloaked garb halfling moving in the central tree and moving around and like moving some like basins of water and things around from a distance around 100 feet away. You can clearly see, and they're lighting a few handful of dark blossoming light candles inside of the hollow tree trunk in the middle of the hearse.
Hmm. Yeah.
Fesner, you said, yeah?
Thesnir, yes.
Well,
Just- That's
going to approach?
Yeah, just like Thor just like steps a bit closer and kind of like squints his eyes a bit, like, huh. Sort of loud enough for the rest to hear as he just kind of meanders
Yeah.
closer, because he's
guys.
he's just like, no, he just goes like, huh, and starts coming closer to the tree just to
Mm-hmm.
get more
Yeah.
detail on it.
We approach.
As you come closer, there's a cracking of like leaves that should long ago been covered again by the forest floor. There is the sound of the absent of sound of birds that should be singing, of squirrels that should be scuttling up trees, and instead it's just the crack crunch of you walking across dead forest floor, moving towards this tree. And as you do so and stop at the base of it, at the threshold of the um, door, you can see that this halfling man, he has a shaved head. He has like slightly like quite like hairy back of his hands, like a halfling, and he's in a praying position towards a thane of Thesnir, and it's this multi-skeletal amalgamated joint of animal skeletons fashioned into humanoid shape. Like imagine someone making a statue out of like antlers and bone and hip joints and ball joints of clean, well preserved animal carcasses, but actually it doesn't bear like a macabre structure. It is actually a rendition of the holy figure of Thesnir. There's not a detailed face over the kind of almost paper mache assemblage of where a face would be. Instead, it is like purely covered in leaves. There is a dull smell of garlic and hay in here. And as you guys approach and crunch on the leaves, this figure gets up from kneeling from the mutterings of prayer, and he looks towards you, and he calmly says, "Apologies, this isn't the most welcoming sight. How can I help you, travelers?"
We've been concerned about the Hearst as well, and it's relieving to see if a follower of Thesnir here. Have you got any ideas as to what's happening here?
Wow. The travelers took more notice of what's happening to the Hearst than the Archzealot and everyone else around. Kind of just look towards the ground and starts to walk over and approach, and he rubs some of the salt that was on the ground in his hands. He kind of shakes it off, and walks closer towards you. "I'm Davy Mello, servant of Thesnir. I'm the only occupant still remaining after Teodoro, the druid who cares for his place, left a couple of actually not a couple, a 10-day, near enough to go and try and find the source of the affliction accosting the Hearst here."
Sorry, did he say 10 days?
He said close to a 10-day.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like not all that long then. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been many years for me since I've been to this Hearst, but I remember this place flourishing and wild. has this corruption or whatever? Has it been going on for long, or has this been just in the space of the 10-day?
It took root in one corner, and we thought it a failing sapling, and we studied it, and we prayed to Thesnir, but then the sapling withered and died, and we felt that it would go back to the earth to be reused by insects and other creatures. But then one of the larger trees took the same sickness, and so on and so forth. It started nigh the end of the Everstorm, so a few weeks ago now, and it got to a point, and look, gestures to the tree that you're in, where the main hold of the holy ground of Thesnir within the hearth started to become afflicted, and that's when Teodoro took the rest of the acolytes to go and investigate. There is an old Thean north of here, days away, in the greater Emberleaf Woods. That would be one of the oldest sites to Thesnir in the area, and he wished to go there to pray to Thesnir to find answers, as this location here, this holy site, seems to have offended Thesnir or made him be absent. I was left as caretaker, as the newest recruit and welcoming member to the clergy. It was my responsibility to care for it until they return.
Well, it admittedly does some heart to at least know that this has not been going on long and it has not been ignored. Do we have any idea what could cause this? It's
the lead druid had some ideas of perhaps some of the no, I don't feel that anything that is done under these branches and limbs would offend Thesnir. Perhaps in other places it may. Perhaps it is a spreading displeasure with other sites loyal to Thesnir and do not honor him as they should. But that is unlikely, as we would have heard of a schism within the church.
Could I get a read on this guy as he's explained?
Sure, like an insight check.
Thank you. Okay.
Five.
oh my God. Another
I would
natural
say-
one.
Wait, actually,
Which does make it.
yeah. 14.
15? 14. Okay. So with that, with a 14, he is basically saying what the read that you get is like, this isn't his opinion. This is clearly like what other people have said in around him, and he's just repeating it. Like, he doesn't actually know. Like, and he just explained that he's the newest welcomed in. He's a younger halfling, so he doesn't really have the authority to dictate. He's more just repeating what other people probably's theories were in the build up to them leaving or something like that. And he seems conscious of the fact this might be one of the first official functions he's had as an acolyte to talk to anybody that's interested. And
he's the only person here that we could talk to from the order.
Yeah, and he is aware of that, and he's trying not to say anything wrong, and he's trying to be very conscious of like being responsible for his station, but also he just isn't highly trained enough or knowledgeable enough within the faith of Thesnir to really give a proper answer.
Have you got any form of communication with the leader? Sorry, out of character. What was the name again? The druid guy?
Teodoro.
Yeah, I'll ask him. Have you got any form of communication with Teodoro or any kind of back and forth whilst they've been away?
After the first day, a bird was sent and relayed information that the Teodoro with the other acolytes had rested and were making good pace towards the Thane, and they were due to cross the Emberleaf River on the second day, towards the Thean, as is just on the other side of the river, north of here. I have never made the journey myself, and that was another reason why Theodore asked me to stay behind. For the woods of the Emberleaf are steeped in old rites and bargains with Fae that call the place home, and is not a place for unknowledgeable travellers who are not aware of these pacts.
Two slight questions, Cypher.
Mhm.
Did he say? I know he said the Emberley Forest.
Mhm.
There's sort of two areas of that. There's the greater and the lesser. Did he say?
He would, if you pressed upon, he would say that they have travelled to the north side of the Emberleaf River to the greater. So they need to travel all
Oh,
of the
that's
lesser.
quite a ways then, because that's
Yeah.
near
Yeah.
Airbarrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to.
That's
they need
not
to
a small
cross the
journey.
river. No.
Would Orly have any kind of? It's still a bit of ways away from the forest of like north of Erith, but like, would Orly have any kind of knowledge of
Make a survival check.
the greater Emberleaf where it's survival?
Either make a survival or a nature check. It's up to you.
I got
Survival
a
would be like
+9 in nature. I'm gonna do nature.
go a nature check then, please.
What I get?
24.
That's
Not a natural one.
Nice. All right. What you know about the Emberleaf Forest, lesser and greater, is that it's a good rule. The Emberleaf, the lesser, is the more tamed, shall we say. It is a wood that has been pact bound of non-aggression with the denizens of the wood. There is it's a good rule. You would know that in some forests in Erith, there is obviously creatures that have lived there for long before before the Concord existed and will still be there generations in the future. And there's old blood pacts with these entities to keep mutual trust and faith and non-aggression.
Are you
And the lesser,
Are you talking about the wild hearts? Is it, or something else?
the Wild Hearts is we'll get to that. So
Sorry.
the lesser woods is bound by such a pact, in that the lesser is recognized as a dominion in which the residents of Oakheart can explore, hunt, harvest resources respectfully in a manner that does not displease those near nor the denizens of the forest. The greater Emberleaf is in a situation where if people travel into it, they're under the rules of the forest, in which there are no rules. They have to respect the people and entities that they find themselves with, or defend themselves. There is no recognized pact in that within the lesser, there is a understanding with the wild hearts that people can travel and forage and hunt, but not to offend, not greedily. But if people hunt and fish and explore and map out and do those other things that is done in the lesser within the greater, it is seen as a breach of the wider pact that this church would have with the Wild Hearts. The Wild Hearts is not just a movement within the Great Gigantic Wood, it is a recognized catch-all term for many, many dozen sites across Erith in which these older fae or giant cultures, goblin tribes, ogre hovels have agreements with the Concord to function in a manner which benefits both parties. Maybe not perfectly, but to a point where it's comfortable enough living that they don't harm each other. And that's what I can tell you with the 24.
Okay. So there is a wild heart presence at least in the northern Erith that Orly or at least presume to be.
Yes, yeah. And Wild Hearts isn't like everyone's wears this uniform. Again, it's like amalgamated group of like, it's kind of what anyone would refer to like any fae or any like minotaur tribes. It's like they're Wild Hearts. Like they live in the forest, the wild, yeah. They don't want to come and live in the cities. Their heart is in the wilds. And some people may see it as a stupid thing, or some people may see it as just their nature. So this halfling continues and says, Teodoro sent the bard after his first night, but I haven't heard anything for 6 days. And he explained to me that the journey would be 2 days from and 2 days back. And we are now on the 7th day, as of this morning.
I assume you've raised this issue within Oakheart, no? To maybe the rest of like your order
Theo-
outside of Oak. What have you done in with this knowledge?
I was entrusted to watch the hearse. I'm a new beginner in this faith. I don't have powers to speak at distance or command birds to my sway. And you realize at this moment, like, this is a real new start. Like, he doesn't have like any of the beginning blossoming blessings of Thesnir. Like, this is a new one to the faith, and he has been dropped into such a position of responsibility that that little bit of like, I don't say fake confidence, but assuredness is starting to like crack.
Yeah. How old does this person look?
Mid-20s, as a halfling reads. Maybe
Oh.
early 30s.
Okay, so I mean, it's not like he's not adolescent. He's like
No,
an adult.
he's an adult. Yeah.
Okay.
I would you be willing to help us? I did send a piece of parchment to the Archelaus, but I haven't heard anything back.
Group huddle.
Okay.
Do we know the art zealot? Sorry, this is out of character. Do we know the art zealot? Have we had any of us had dealings
Not an
with?
Oakheart. Not an
You-
Oakheart.
No.
No, no, Carter.
We've had dealings with, in fact, actually, I think it's just Ragnar we've had, isn't it?
I thought. I
Yes.
thought the Ark Zealot was the leader of the nation.
Archzealot is basically a mayor of a town. It is Hierophants.
Yeah, you're thinking of
are-
Hierophants.
Hierophant. Yeah. Then
Hier-
what the hell is a High Lord?
A High Lord is, again, churches are complicated. A High Lord Juritas is the reigning senior judge in a town.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, what kind? We would be definitely taking a risky jump towards our time needed here in Oakheart if we went to like these forests and actually took a field trip. But instead of that, like, could we even help? Like, if we went to the Arch Zealot here, like, what kind of sway could we have to even reach the ear of somebody official enough to help here?
Very little, I will be honest. They. We do not have much sway at the moment, especially. I imagine the Archdiocese will be quite busy with or helping and doing their bit to organize the tournament and make sure that runs smoothly. Not directly, of course, but oversight. It's fairly reasonable. They may say it is purely an internal matter for them to deal with.
And even if they didn't, what could they do except for perhaps send out a couple brass shields?
Yeah. He said it was 2-day travel to.
Yeah, 2 day there, 2 day back.
Now, bear in mind, he's saying that with an experienced druid saying
Yeah,
travel.
it's going to
So-
be it's probably going to be
Mm.
longer for us. Like, that was what was throwing me off. I was just thinking that seems like quite a distance, especially through forest. So I think it would it would probably end up for us taking even longer than that.
2 days for them as the druid flies.
Oh God.
Yeah, they're just flying straight there.
Yeah. I'll turn back to. Do we have his name? Sorry, did we get his name?
Yeah. His
Yeah.
name is Davy, I think.
David. Oh yeah, no,
Uh,
that's right. I'm just terrible. Sorry.
Sorry.
Toxie, were you going to?
I wasn't. I don't remember what I was going to say now.
That's all good. I'll
Shit.
turn to Davy and I'll say, no, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what kind of help we could provide. Did you have something specific in mind? We don't exactly know the officials of Oakheart. We're here. We don't live here. We're here for business. Completely.
I see that, but the two of you, and looks at Leonok and Thoric, your armor and the weapons you carry on your backs, you could, if they're in trouble, you could lead help or lead them back if something's happened to them. I can't speak of a reward or payment, but
It
if
is not a
health
reward that we seek, but
if health comes back to the main tree, then perhaps if the druid is returned, then it could be used to traverse great distances easily. I've been told that's something that these trees can do, but I haven't seen it yet myself.
that would make travel time easier if that is the case. And Lyra's just going to look over at Thoric, and it is your business here that we would risk losing out on. Yeah, sorry. It is your business we would risk. I would like to help these people, but it would be a chance if we were to even make it back on time.
We've also entered tournament, Lernok. We
Yeah, we have, but I mean, Leonard doesn't really care about the tournament.
no
Like,
yeah no yeah.
If it comes down to tournament or helping these people and the trees, he was going to take helping the people every day.
Sure,
but
my point being that we were
it's
entering the tournament
yeah.
as a means to kind of like help Thoric, not in any way kind of like so we could, you know.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like, yeah. He's just going to look at Thoric and see what his opinion is, because again, it is his business we're risking more than it is for us.
What are the chances that we'll miss out in the tournament if we help?
So we've got eight days until the tournament, including today. Correct.
Yeah.
Let me go to the calendar.
Should be 8.
And if he's saying, let's assume we're a lot slower. And
Yeah, exactly. Let's say we have to walk.
Yeah, let's say
make survival check for me, please, Orly, with Davy like telling you like what roughly like telling you about the forest, what he knows.
Because if it's less than 4 days, we could potentially do it.
Okay, so I'll tell you this: if you move through at a regular pace, just regular walking pace, it would take you about 2.5 days to get to roughly where he is. That's including crossing the river towards this site, this Thane that the druid went to. If you're moving stealthily, it would be like 3.5 days. But if you go quicker, you would get there in a day and a half.
Wow. So what I am right now learning is that I am awful at judging times based on distance.
You have a measuring tool. The average party, if they're moving at there's a measuring tool, Legend Keeper.
Where did you get that?
It's at the bottom. So if you look towards like the measuring stick and the bottom bar, you can measure distance.
I don't have that.
No,
it's on the actual. It's not a UI button. It's on the bottom of the.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you click it, you can measure 2 points to one another.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not.
Wait, what?
No.
So yeah, I'm not seeing that then.
Oh, okay. It might just be a GM thing.
Maybe it's fine. Okay, that's fine then. Even if it takes us 2.5 days, it gives us what 2-3 days to help there. It even short, and then even more if there is travel, like if there is way of traveling back faster. I don't see the need for stealthy travel.
I don't either.
Certainly not.
We
Certainly
be
not at the
putting it
beginning
close.
stages. Yeah, with stealthy travel, maybe like if for example we get to the other parts of the forest and then there is distinct danger, then we can maybe consider it. But
Also, factor in the we don't know where they are,
no.
so it's not as if we're going to a location we know is going to be a static location. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that is true. I'm not too knowledgeable in the details of it, but would you be able to send a message or send a message to them while we're traveling? Or I understand you have to know them, but I'm not sure if the name alone is satisfactory for that.
Torko pipes up. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that's how the spell works. You would need to have a sense of who the person is.
Right.
But
Uh,
it means that if we met these people and then we could send a message back to Davi and let them know that we have found his people.
I want to double check because I know in normal 5e having the name was actually good enough, but I'm going to check.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I've got it up here. You send a short message, 25 words of you to a creature you have met or a creature described to you by someone who has met it. The target hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the creator, and you can answer it in a manner immediately. Okay, so
We actually can if he gets
Oh.
You can?
described.
Depends on how well he's described.
yeah, you could try it with Torko if you wanted. Wanted him to use a spell slot.
Yeah, he's not here to fight us.
Yeah, he can't go against us. Spend all of his spell slots. Do it all.
All right, I'm going to roll a d20. I'm going to roll d20 plus 1 for Davi's wisdom to describe his head druid. A 4.
Fuck.
That's not good.
God.
Okay.
He saw him once through a set of branches.
So I will roll. I will say that Torko spends a third spell slot to cast sending.
Sorry, Sean.
And
regrets.
he says, "This is Torko Gunmundsson. I am helping your acolyte in Oakhart. He wishes to know if you are safe and are traveling home." And there's a pause. There's a pause. And then Torkel seems to nod. He sighs.
Wrong number.
I spoke to a woman in Bayland. She is not very happy. Davi, you must work on descriptions of people. That was not very good.
A woman. How badly did he describe this?
Where did she say she was from?
Bayland.
Oh, that's funny.
If we ever travel there, she has to be an important NPC.
Sean has just popped up on Discord on his phone. Who's ratting us out?
We go there and Torko is just immediately arrested for what happened, and he's like, he wasn't even here for it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Davi just says, I'm sorry. Well,
Is there anyone else you know among them? Perhaps someone you know that's a bit better. It's not truly the head druid that we have to contact, as long as we can contact any of them, really.
Torko says, Lirnock, I only have a finite times I can do this a day.
Okay, here's a question. Do you know where it is that they are visiting or where they want to go? Could you point that out to us if we got you a map?
It's you go to the northern edge of the Lesser Emberleaf, and there's a bridge of a dam of trees and of bark, and you need to cross it. And not far from there's an old trail that leads you to the Thane of Thesnir. That's what was told to me by one of the acolytes before they left when I asked them about it.
Cool. Okay, it's up to you, Thork.
We get. I would be okay with. I want to save this guy. I don't want to miss a tournament. I'm okay pushing myself to try and save him, just so that we can A, save him faster, and B, save on time.
Just to add, you guys are in a position where you want to increase your reputation before you go into the tournament.
Yeah.
This could be something that does that.
Yeah.
Savior of the Grove would be, or the host would be, a decent title to end with.
I wrote this quest before I played Baldur's Gate 3. All right.
Well, I just find it quite funny because obviously I picked up playing it again today and I was like, oh, that seems appropriate.
That was so defensive, Cypher. It's okay. You
Right.
can
Fine.
take inspiration from other things. That's fine.
Isn't that what every TM does? They all take inspiration from things. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
True
yeah,
art
he is a
is
good point.
stealing,
We
by the
we
way.
do, yeah, that's fair. It would be a good thing to actually inspire. It would also be good, because Theodore having again the gratitude and respect of, I'm assuming effectively like the head druid or the head of this.
Yeah, he'd be like a church.
I don't
official
think
of, like,
sect. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think sect is the right word here, but I'm not
no.
too familiar with the terms. Anyway, would be kind of good to have. So if Thorok, if you're willing, it could be good. I would like to be able to save these people, but
Yeah. Do. If we take
Yes.
a good pace, we
I want to
should
save
be
them as
okay.
well.
Where's Hendrik?
So we feed back to Hendrik. Hendrik, you're in a triangular room. It is dusty, or not dusty. It is a dark golden painted stone. There is a dais at the triangular point of the room, and there's two big solid wooden doors at the back, which lays open. And in this room, like an arrow point, from the point of the arrow, there is a clerical leader leading a chant of renewal. And in the point of the room, there's around 30 brass shields in it, and you're standing in the hallway leading to this triangular room as the doors are open with another additional 40 people standing shoulder to shoulder with Arthur as you're standing taking the renewal of your vow. And it is nearly coming to the end where you all take that last word, and then you're coming close to it. Is anything going through Hendrik's mind as he's doing this, or anything he wishes to add to the prayer to Tyr at all?
No, the standard prayer is protection, guidance enough.
Okay. As the ending promise of all these dozens of brass shields in the room happens, there is a shining of light as all of their brass armor all rejuvenates and loses all of the oxidization as they become resplendent again as the spell takes hold over all their persons. As that happens, people start to slowly shuffle up. They give thanks to the cleric at the head of the room, and Arthur speaks to you. He says, when was the last time we did that together? Got to be a decade or more, right? When I was just still starting out.
Yeah, something like that.
Lord, he'll be, and he kind of like peers like around the room, and you see he looks over in the far corner, and you see a person, a familiar person leaning against or walking up towards the hallways. People are moving past. He's walking towards the two of you. You see, worn down by responsibilities of a station, walking with a hunch, this bony framed humanoid man or human man, roughly 60 years of age, in old fashioned pure grey robes of a High Lord. No threads or decorations, simple utility. His hair grey and fading, like balding on top of his skull. His mustache is a rich, dark black and twisted into a point edge and a curl on both sides, like a handlebar. Above his tightly drawn cheeks, His hide that hide his crooked teeth, which you know of years of knowing them. He liked a taste for sweets and fine things that led to his teeth running out of his mouth. He has cold pink lips and hair growing out of his ears. Although anyone who did not recognize this, as many people move past him, they do not recognize the High Lord for except for the bearing mark. A medallion hangs from his neck that shows that is made out of solid jade and is in the shape of tears war picked, and is the only thing that marks him as a High Lord. And some people notice it and they rush to give an admonished bow and praise be to the High Lord. And other people just look and then they go, oh, fuck, and they slap themselves in the face. Like I just walk past the High Lord and didn't give them thanks or the proper reverential treatment. As he walks towards Hendrik and Arthur, as Arthur goes to kneel as he starts to walk up towards Arthur. Hendrik, how do you respond to the High Lord approaching you?
I do a not a curtsy, but a bow.
Deep bow. As Arthur...
half. Let's say 45 degrees.
Yeah, deep, a good boy. As the High Lord approaches, he gives a look towards Arthur, and he's got his head bowed, looking towards, or like head bowed towards him, as the High Lord, Narova, speaks. Arthur, you may stand. As he stands up and says, "Thank you, my High Lord." Hendrik, truth caller of Tyr. It is nice to see you've been rewarded with your faith and station. And he goes to shake your hand.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand.
A bony, poor, weak handshake from someone of their station. And he looks toward Arthur. How do you explain the business of this evening? And Arthur nods. I have, my High Lord. There should be somewhere we can speak more privately. And he scans the room and looks around in the far corner of the triangular dais kind of square where people are clearing out. The cleric is like packing the whole religious bookie and like binding it and closing it and taking off his vestments. And that room's kind of clearing out. And he looks and the High Lord nods. The three of you go into this room. As it clears out pretty quickly, you wait until the room is fully cleared out, as there's a brass shield at either side of the room, and they look, and the High Lord gives a nod, and the doors are all closed. Not locked, but just like closed. It's just you, Arthur, and the High Lord. And the High Lord looks towards a seating recess at the back wall, and he goes and sits down at it, and Arthur follows. And I imagine you follow as well, Hendrik. Yeah. It has been some time since we spoke, Hendrik. How fared your investigation in Rakmir, the last assignment I sent you on?
It has expanded substantially.
If it takes you out to the realm of inquisitive paperwork, do not worry. I know that this new station of truth calling is new to you, but there is a reason the inquisitors and truth callers are kept separate. And he gives a bit of a cold smile. Although it be a shame to lose such a promising and fine member of my inner council of inquisitors, and he looks at you, and I'm going to roll a perception check for him. Or an insight check for him. Okay.
I get a roll opposition.
You can roll. He's trying to read you. I won't tell you what he rolled, but if you want to make a deception check to hide what your feelings are, you can.
Yeah, I'm just stone faced. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a deception check then, please. 16.
That's pretty good for no proficiency shit.
That's a good check. +5 charisma. He says, Hendrik, do you enjoy this ramping up responsibility, or is it
a little bit different to what you imagined.
Bigger projects take more time. I do somewhat miss the simple day-to-day problem solving. But I've been doing this less than a year. We'll see how it turns out.
The problem with being good at your profession is that you get asked to do the harder and harder duties. I've learned this over decades as High Lord. Now, on to the matter that concerns me, and I would wish to ask of your blessing. I understand that you travelled aboard the Torment Tamer and helped somewhat in the guarding of the criminal known as Malden Threnic.
Yes.
Do you have any feelings on this person, as I was told by himself under questioning that he spoke with you? What do you think of such a person?
I didn't get the opportunity to talk to Malden himself. Most of my conversations were with the other.
Exactly. His body and mind is polluted, and if he is to answer for his crimes, well, we must purge him of it.
Well, it is your jurisdiction, but if you need my specific help for something like Arthur told me about, I'm happy to help. I'll probably bring my own security, though, if you don't mind.
You have an entourage now, Hendrik? Is
Yes.
it different from your days of working alone? What changed?
The problems got bigger.
A notable story. As many truth callers, they either band together or recruit ensembles. Well, this problem I have with Malcolm, it will require great effort on my part, and it also, in the text of Tyr, requires a truth caller to bear witness that the matter and purgation is done to the fullest extent of Tyr's power. Do you wish to be involved?
So I think that'd be... Yes.
It does me a great honor, my boy, to see you helping out, even though you have left my employ. I couldn't ask for anyone more talented or knowledgeable to help me. I appreciate it.
Well, I still serve Tyr, so happy to
Of
help.
course, of course. And this entourage you have, you wish to bring them, can they be trusted to not interfere with such a rite of exorcism?
I'll have to brief them on it, but yeah, I believe they will be trusted worthy.
Good. The mind and body of the afflicted will say and beg and fight and rage against the spell. I hope they will not be so easily dragged into complaints of pain and listen to the suffering of deception.
Yeah, I'm out of character. Have I ever witnessed I've witnessed... I know I've run into 5 demon-possessed people. Have I ever witnessed a
No,
exorcism?
you haven't seen an exorcism. You've read
I've read it.
accounts and reports,
And
which you
does
can roll a
that
history
match?
check on.
Yeah. Or can I roll
You can roll religion, or
religion?
arcana.
Yeah, religion. Yeah, religion.
11. What
Um,
you've read,
yeah,
you
okay.
want to use an ability, the bonus.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Would guidance work?
Guidance would work. Yeah.
Visual and somatic.
Yeah.
Verbal,
I mean,
verbal and somatic.
they're not going to mind you giving you.
Okay, yeah, that's
fine
true. That's
information.
true. Yeah, okay, then okay, sure. If I could, 1d4.
Yeah, roll d4.
He just
Go
goes
for it.
skill issue as you cast guidance.
God damn it,
12.
12. Yeah. 12.
What
That's
you
fine. It's
know
an
from
obscure
exorcism
thing.
is that the entity trying to get the ritual to stop to exorcise it from this material plane will sometimes cause the body to act or do or say anything that could distract the exciser or the religious people responsible for the exorcism to stop the ritual. So it lies, it begs, it pleads. You know of this. And that
Okay.
some people feel and fall prey to it. And then either the creature becomes unrestrained and angry that it's tried to be exercised if it's not bound soon enough, or the ritual needs to start again if the ritual is halted. So once it begins, it is likely that Maldum or exorcism or possessed people, they will do or say anything to try and stop it.
Understood.
But yeah, and the High Lord clearly sees you cast a spell to call information.
A lifetime on the road has kept you away from books and recorded history, and I apologize for that, but you boys are too useful out in the field.
Well, maybe I'll retire one day and then I can take care of the books. What time? Is it today, tonight, that we're doing this?
I believe it to be the most, in Tear's eyes, pious to do it in a day of renewal. I will be conducting this ritual not here, but a different abode. A friend of mine has a quantified space that I've agreed to use. Although they will not be present, I understand they'll be leaving the residential area and having a night on the town with some extended family. So we will be ourselves, a few brush-shield elites, and these people that you trust will be present, as well as Maldum himself. And
Arthur just says, I told him, Your Holiness.
Our daughter, Ruth, will be observing as well. Although her history with Maldum is complicated, I believe that her presence will be needed once the spell is complete, the demon excised. She will be needed to console and also cajole him into his senses after so many years with his mind perverted and overloaded by the demon's intentions. It will be an anchor for his soul to latch onto.
Understood. Okay, then I will be there with my people at the appointed time, at the appointed place.
Yeah, he goes to stand up and he looks at Arthur and says,
Arthur, give him the details of the residence, of where to meet and the timings. I have officiating to do.
and looks towards the kind of brass shields room. And you know that is like an in-joke that you have with your High Lord where it means he needs to go to the bathroom. And he looks towards the kind of recessed back cloakroom, shall we say, as he gives a clasp on your shoulder and he's a bit shorter than you with his hunch and looks up at you.
My boy, Henrik, we have much to discuss. It is just the same as you left the order so swiftly. But once this is all done with Maldum, I'll have time to tell you what I know of you, and things that I should have said to you a great time ago.
And gives a smile and leaves. And Arthur bows, Your Holiness, as he leaves, of his sandals, walks away, as Arthur gives a nod towards the hallway to walk back out. As you're walking shoulder to shoulder, Arthur said, place to meet is in the Crown's Crest. I hope that isn't an issue.
Crest,
You need-
understood.
It's the Hazel Vale residence up in the kind of more down the street from the Ellerhand Palace. You'll recognize it from it's got a bunch of chargers, stone skin chargers, carvings, a small garden. It's a respectable manor. Ask for when you cut. There'll be guards. Ask for the High Lord and tell him that you come under his blessings and who you are. You may arrive there just after or just before sunset. But don't tarry, please.
Understood. Okay, I'll be there.
Oh, Hendrik, I can do a few things for you, but I can't cover your cost of the gondola. It's a little bit expensive, so come with
Across
coin.
the gondola. Okay.
Yeah,
I hate the city. I'll be honest with you.
I have to pay, and I'm. The one thing I've said to the High Lord is, why did he have to pick the most expensive, tooth-sucking place to get to and fro? I'm paying it every day, coming down and going back to the upper city.
Eddie, am I
Out of my own pocket. Yeah, go ahead.
The gondola. It goes over the river.
It goes over the river, yeah.
How wide is the river?
It would be like,
Well, the
600,
gondola
700
goes.
feet.
Doesn't
Ah,
the gondola
damn it.
go up a cliff as well?
Yeah, so like Crown's
Oh,
Crest
okay.
is like up an entire cliff face, and it's like the
Yeah, you're
gondolas come
not.
down
I don't
over
think
it.
you're swimming or climbing that.
Oh, I was gonna teleport.
I don't
Oh,
think
no.
Swim.
could-
I'm
you-
not a
you-
peasant.
You could dimension door to like maybe a gondola that's returning empty with some
Yeah,
other
yeah.
person, but
I'm not gonna. No,
that's
that'd be breaking the law. No, okay.
that would be you'd be obscuring the funds needed to run the city.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
so
I'll go.
Arthur sees you out. Yeah. You have anything you want to say to him
Okay.
before you leave him?
No. Hendrik does not like interacting with the established. He likes doing his own thing a lot. That's kind of why he does his own thing a lot. That's kind of why he doesn't like team up with
Yeah.
other members of tier.
Mhm.
So like being back in the, with the boss, like his old boss and his old coworkers, is like,
Yeah.
I just want to go, arrest
Yeah.
criminals. I don't want to do this.
Okay. So we feed back across to the Hearst, and when you say, "Where's Hendrik?" Sorry, go ahead. Is something you want?
Yeah,
go
on the
ahead,
way
go
on the
ahead.
way back, I'd like to buy some beeswax. This will come up later.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Couple
go ahead.
copper?
A couple copper. Yes, I 5 copper.
Sounds good.
Beeswax.
Done.
As we feed across back to Orly saying, "Where's Hendrik?" Torkel like kind of gets his holy symbol ready. I could contact him, but he may be heading back to the cottage. I know he has his rites to do with his god today.
Oh yes, it is the promise of judgment today, isn't it? I suppose that's where he went off to this morning. Since this is an incredibly routine thing, like I'm assuming promise Lyric will know, and people will know that promise of judgment isn't a whole day thing. It's just a
No, it's a brief event.
I have
Okay.
a question
An
for
hour at
Stody.
Hmm.
In your inventory, do you have a sending stone?
Oh yeah.
Because I have a
Hang on.
sending stone.
I forgot about those. Where? Yeah, I still
You
have
do?
it.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Sounds good. So I'm gonna use my cell phone to call Orly and just say, okay,
The walkie-talkie.
my morning thing's over. Where are you at? We have business for tonight that we need to discuss with everyone.
Perfect.
Where are you?
Sorry. Hang on, guys. My pocket's vibrating. 1 second. I'll answer my walkie-talkie.
oh my god! Do you not have your sending stone on silent?
The button's jammed on it. It doesn't work.
It just rings a little jingle.
It plays a harp version of the Nokia ringtone.
Yeah, for some reason, the Old Spice jingle is in my head now. I'll respond back to Hendrik. That's great. We're at the Hearst. We also have some business to take care of. Perhaps we just meet back up at the cottage.
I'll eat there.
Okay.
Before we go,
yes.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
can I do a little scout around and see if, because I believe I did this last time, to see how far the corruption kind of spread away, because it was slightly going in a direction outside of the herd. I want to just see
make
if
an
it's,
investigation check, please.
Sure. I just want to see if it's progressed.
Yep. Even from one night. Yeah. Make an investigation check.
What I get?
13.
Okay, 13.
You go to the site where you saw the fullest extent, like the further, because you rolled a really good investigation check, I think, last time. You go to the site where the furthest of the corruption away from the main tree, away from the main Hearst was, and you saw it briefly touch another branch on the outside of the Hearst. And on that tree, that maybe just like a single branch infected, it's now gone from the branch around a foot diameter around the body of the tree. So it's probably distant, like distance wise and spread wise, it's probably moved another maybe 6 feet in a single night on another single tree. But that's it. Like, it is the only tree outside of the Hearst that's been infected, but it has grown by like a 6-foot diameter sphere across this branch on the limb of a tree, the main body of a tree. So it has moved within 24 or 12 hours. Yeah.
Spreading within a short timeline as well. Okay, cool. I will make I will obviously make a point of showing this to the group and
to Davy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, and he goes like to get some parchment, like make notes, and like, I'll need to pray about this. So before you leave, Davy, you like saying you're going to help, or are you saying we'll be back, or anything like that?
Yes.
We will help.
No. We I think we want to help anyways. So yeah, I suppose we're saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming nothing else comes up too drastically.
We don't
but
know
yeah, we.
so.
Yeah, exactly. We'll discuss it, but we certainly hope to. But
we'll meet back here later if you're still here.
I'll be here until sunset, and then I have to go and cook my dinner, and then I'll be back in the morning. As
Understood.
I've been asked to. Okay, so you guys all meet back up at the cottage. It's been about another hour, so it's like 10 a.m. Like, you guys have been around, but you still got much of the day left. And you meet back up in the cottage in Carmen Maple's garden. You can hear the kids like playing and laughing inside, and like that, like where you're outside like a house where kids are clearly like screaming and laughing, giggling. You can hear that. You go in the cottage, and then it's drowned out. So you're in the private abode of the cottage. Hendrick's back. The 4 of you are back, and scene. What do you do?
And scene.
Okay. I have some. Okay, who here didn't know that there? Okay, well, that's a bad place to start. There's a man who is guilty of a crime of murder, specifically, who is being held. He has been possessed by a demon. They're going to do an exorcism today, at the end of the day. I would like security in case it goes bad. Does that sound like something that you would all be okay with helping me do?
I'm gonna put my hand up.
It should go fine. Okay, yes.
What's an X?
They drive a demon out of a man.
Oh, I thought it was some kind of exercise. Yes. We also there is a druid that needs rescuing.
Can that rescuing? Is he in danger actively?
So here's the story.
Well, no, I don't want to. I don't want a story. Just
We tell him
is
the
he?
whole story.
Oh,
We'll leave nothing out.
God!
It takes about 10 minutes, 10 whole minutes, Cypher.
Scene
Oh,
change.
about the calendar, 10 minutes go
Hendrik is
past.
sitting sitting on a chair with his hands like, okay.
I'm constantly interrupted by Thorpe because he's written it down and I've missed certain parts, so we have to cycle back like a minute as well.
Is
so
he-
there's time.
Is he actively in danger?
We don't know. We don't know, to be honest.
Okay, well,
It
this
doesn't sound good.
exorcism
and-
kind of needs to happen sooner, so they're going to do it at the end of today. Can we do
And
the herbalist
the corruption is also spreading in the Hearst as well. This is a big problem.
what's
I
been
don't know
spreading?
anything about exercise and what is it?
Yes, you're right.
Exorcism.
You got it in one. Okay. Well, tree rot is very bad, but there's going to be a incredibly important person in charge of the law of this entire city who's going to be there. So I don't want anything bad happening and then them ending up dead or a demon going loose or it should be fine, but I just would like some extra security there in case something does go bad. Does that sound like we can do that? I think unless you guys really want to do the druid thing immediately.
The whole thing is just getting everything done before the tournament.
Okay.
So if
tomorrow morning, or we do it tonight if you want after the
no
exorcism.
What? No, the tournament's in like a couple of days.
So if we do the exorcism tonight and leave
Tomorrow
the
morning,
city tomorrow morning, and
we should
do
still
it
have
in a
time.
standard
We should still have
pace,
sufficient time to do it.
we will have to get whatever we need done there and then in a day to have at least a buffer day when we get back to get our suits and to find the bard that everybody loves so much and to get organized together.
Sounds doable.
That's if nothing goes wrong as well, but
Should be okay. We just might
Day
have
buffer?
to.
Yeah.
1 day buffer, I think, yeah.
Yeah, we should be able to do it. We just may have to double time some things, like moving. just to
Yeah,
just
but we
to
can
say.
fast pace it back.
Okay. So
And we save a
so-
day that way.
everyone is okay with doing this exorcism? Like, I need a confirmation from
I'm okay
everyone.
with it.
Do you think I'd be okay with it? Like
Yes.
judging.
I think you trust me.
Well, let's not go too far.
I didn't say
No, I
you,
trust-
Lernock. I said
I
said
trust-
Orly.
I trust Hendrik. I trust you to trust yourself if you know if I am capable of helping the situation. So yeah, okay.
Lernock. I mean, it's a demon.
Yes, I would
Okay.
like to be there, but we should do it.
Okay. So I'm just gonna give you all a breakdown, just a disclaimer before we go in there. It's not actually painful to the person. It's just gonna look like it is. The demon's not gonna like it. They're going to try to deceive you and lie to you, etc., etc. I would highly recommend that. Well, okay, we'll go over it when we get there. But anyways, plugging ears is a good. I guess beeswax. You can plug your ears. I'm gonna do it before we go in there.
Can
as a
Lernock insight check him when he says it's not actually painful? Or
You can make an insight check to see if you believe him or not, or you can make a religion
Yeah.
check to see if what he's saying is true about exorcisms.
I
You wanna
have
roll as
better.
well,
Why,
Thor?
wait, why do I have better insight than religion? Oh, because it's intelligence. That's why. Yeah, okay. So I must have been reading the wrong skill. I thought it was better wisdom. I'm going to insight check. Because I at least want to know if he believes it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. That's a
23.
natural 19.
I mean, it's up to Hendrik. Does he actually believe that it's a lot? Like, it's the demon pretending the person's in pain? Or do you want to roll a deception check? What do you want to do here, Hendrik?
For 23, Lyranok, that's pretty freaking good. Hendrik is not sure. He thinks what he's saying is true, but he's not sure. And that's why he's recommending the beeswax, because then no one can hear the horrible noises and the pleas and the cries and all that. As a backup, but he's pretty. It's not good.
So I'm assuming that's along the lines of he's been told it doesn't actually hurt, but whether it actually.
He's been told he's uncertain in this area. He's not an expert in exorcism.
Okay, that he's not exactly happy with the situation, but he's at least happy that like Hendrik isn't outright trying to lie to him. So, okay with that actually. Like if he had been trying to lie, then that's some real shady shit. But you'll at least trust him with that.
Also,
So
question, Cypher.
Yes, Thoric?
How would I know how well documented exorcisms are within the Church of Bahamut?
You could make a history check or a religion check. History for like how much is there. Religion is like for the process of it.
History or they're both the same for me. So I'll just do history.
Okay. A 19. There is certain archives within Bahamut churches. I don't say they're in the restricted sector, but they wouldn't be checked out as very often because it's alarming. Like reading about exorcism is not Sunday reading. Reading about exorcisms is some serious reads, because there have been Bahamut priestesses and priests and clerics and acolytes who have witnessed exorcisms and writ down minute by minute, seconds by seconds, what happened. The words of the exorcism, what the priests actually do, might not be recorded because that would be like the rites of exorcism to perform it would only be entrusted to people who are capable of doing it. So it's not like it's a spell or ritual that like every cleric would know. It is something you have to train and learn how to do. And because of that, the effects of the exorcism would be documented. The outcomes would be documented, but not the actual words the clerics would be saying themselves would be linked. With a 19, exorcisms haven't been super common within the last 300-400 years of the Concord's history. They are rare enough to arise notoriety in that one's happened, but they are not so rare that like the town comes to a stop. They've heard about exorcism, or the church comes to this groundbreaking decision like, oh wow, this is such a rare responsibility for us. This is something that happens. It is notable, but it is not ground shaking.
Okay. So I suppose Hendrik. You there?
Yeah, listen.
It's been quite a while since the last recorded exorcism. If I know that you like to keep things quiet, but these things are worth noting. Is there any way?
I don't care. You can
don't-
get permission from the guy. It's not my secret to keep. It's fine. You can take record as far as I know. Just make sure that you're polite and ask the High Lord who's going to be doing the exorcism if it's okay. I think it'll be okay.
Okay. Thank you for the heads up.
Okay. All right.
Also,
Shall we go ahead, Hendrik?
is Torkel here?
Torkel is here, yes.
Okay, never mind. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. Shall we go ahead and take a 10-minute break while you guys are thinking about what to do and then getting a plan for tonight and stuff?
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Oh,
Let's do
by
it.
the way, I looked it up, and deafened condition does not hinder spellcasting at all. So we're good.
Silence does, but
yeah, silence does, but not deafened. Yeah.
Cool. 1,
Okay, so last we had just quickly left off. The group of you were discussing what to do. You were discussing how to go about deciding to be involved in this exorcism of Maldum Threnic, this wanton, murderous criminal. And you were given directions to Crown's Crest, the high mountain, craggy rock face, of which overlooks much of Oakhart, which has the fashioned and huge sculpture or sculpted face of the goddess Mina on the cliff face. And from it is the rinning gondola down into the city proper. And it is from there you'll be needing to locate to get up to Crown's Crest. But you're still in the cottage at the Carmen Naples residence, and you've got some wax, Hendrik. Is there anything anybody else wants to do to prepare before tonight?
I think Thork is fine. He's just gonna have his usual preparations for going into like a battle, but he's not not gonna go in and go like, oh, there's the enemy, quack 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 quack. He's gonna be okay, right. There's someone that could potentially be an enemy. I need to wait for the order to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think Lyranok might he'll probably go and spend some time alone in prayer to Baldre, because it sounds like he's going to effectively have to ignore what might be a cry for help, which feels like he goes against Baldre in spirit at least.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's going to want to spend some time. Doesn't have to be a great deal of it, but a while at least. It's just sort of say like, I may have to ignore someone, ignore what might be great pain of them, and not interrupt effectively.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Baldre ability that we have for +1 for saving throws, how long does that last for once it's used?
1 minute.
It's 1 minute.
1 minute,
Yeah.
is it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Do we know how long it's expected to take? Like, is it
No,
an hour, 10 minutes? Okay.
not sure. Depends on the strength of the exciser and the strength of the excisee.
That much exercise, and I've never seen Henrik even go for a jog before. How's he able to do something like this?
That's why I'm here.
That fancy bot scared the fuck out of me. Too.
I know, that was a very loud, dramatic sound there.
That's a goddamn foghorn.
It's
My favourite bit was that it started as soon as he went, I've never even seen him exercise. Or I've never seen him go for a jog. And Foghorn like,
the dark
Okay.
secret of Henrik.
Yeah. He can't exercise because he's already dead.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been a lich is in your party, guys. Roll initiative.
again?
Yeah. All right. So you guys have obviously a great deal of time until sunset. Until you need to be there, like maybe 5 or 6 hours. But we can cut across to you guys approaching the gondola and heading up towards Crown's Crest if you guys want to.
We have to use. Okay,
Yes, we have
You will
to
have
use
to use
it.
the gondola.
because there is something labeled here, labeled a ferry.
That's just to go up and down the
The
river.
ferry goes up and down the river, not towards Crown's Crest. As again, it's like a cliff that towers over the rest of the
I
town.
figured it'd be something like that. What a
This
monopoly they
is
have.
this is the rich part of the rich city. Of course, they're gonna charge for it.
Mm-hmm. It's a toll.
My favorite bit of this is going to be really expensive, and then it's just going to be like, back in my day, so it's half the price.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
I mean,
always true. Statement is always true.
Thor can just
Yeah.
fly across, right?
Yeah, I can fly myself across.
You could carry me, surely, as well, right?
I don't know. Can you reach that distance in a minute? Is it a minute?
It's 10 minutes, I I think.
Oh, 10 minutes. Yeah, you probably can.
Mhm.
Well, I know what I definitely want to do, at least along the way. I want to buy tobacco because I feel like I've probably run out of stage.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Go and spend
He
2 silver.
drinks. He
2
drinks and
silver.
smokes.
Back in my
It's
day.
some nice tobacco.
Cool, and I shall be chimney smoking as a way to relieve the stress of what I am assuming is what's going to go down. I have no idea what's going to go down, so I'm
Mhm.
thinking the worst, I guess.
Okay.
There's like there's 10 silver and a
that's
gold,
actually-
right?
that's
Am I losing my
actually good.
fucking mind?
What side did you say the story? Not really.
There's 10 silver in 1 gold, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay, it's been a long time. Okay.
I got a question, Cypher.
Yes.
When during the war, is there any call for exorcism at that point, or is it just just kill him and we'll sort it later?
I think they were doing demons and shit. Were they?
Oh, I'm willing to bet absolutely they'd be throwing demons at us.
They would use any summonings they can. Elementals, fiends.
Yeah, they didn't
woodland
care.
creatures.
Will it kill? Yeah, good enough for us. So
If a man at arms, an enlisted man was possessed, he would be killed. If a consecrated knight would be, if it could be afforded, they would be excised. If not, if it was life or death that they had to die, then they would be put to the sword.
okay, so has Lernok then seen exorcisms, or is it a case of at that point they would be shipped further inland or like further into
Someone
Concord
who
to
was
deal with it?
someone who would have been like they've been taken like to the rear like of the
Okay,
army
so yeah,
garrison.
it's very much something that it would be shifted back to. I'm going to assume maybe probably
specialist.
not had the experience with it then.
No. You might have seen someone maybe from a distance around 300 feet, a knight get dominated by such a spirit,
transported for it and things,
and then be knocked down until he was incapable of defending himself. To then he could be bound and then transported out of there. And that was only because he was like a Golden Veil's higher up member's son. Whereas if that was any other man, he would have just been killed.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're prepping for this then.
Okay. So if you're all consenting, we can go ahead and cut to you guys approaching the base of the river at the edge of the observatory market and go towards the Golden Strands gondola if we all want to.
Sure.
Okay. So as you approach, there is a terminal, like there is a recess in the side of the river. And from it, you can see the carriages, these gondolas hanging down and suspended silk appearing, but clearly much stronger than that. Golden lattice work, thick strands of metal. The carriages themselves look to hold around 10 or 12 people, best you can tell. And there is a thin line of people awaiting it, and these people are like got fans in their hand. They're calm. They have these big oversized coats or huge doublet bassy waist thick overhangs of dresses. And like a wagon will roll up and people will get out and they'll get into the queue, and it's a thin queue, and then they'll be simply just asked to pay, and they'll hand over a small coin purse, and then the guards who are brass shields will then close the door, lock it, and then the mechanism is engaged, and you see the gondola shudder and start to head up. And it takes a couple minutes for the gondola to get like, because it's like a 900-foot like sheer cliff face going up towards the next ferry terminal point of the gondola up to the top of the hill, and you guys wait in line for a minute. Who's at the front of the queue?
Yes, I would be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Make a
makes
perception
sense.
check, please.
Yes, sir.
24. The brass shields occupying this terminal, which is around 6 of them, so just a single ferry terminal, they all have a thread of filigree gold in a thick line from their left shoulder pauldron down to their gauntlet and forearm armor plate into their middle 2 fingers, and you recognize this as a mark of Mina blessing on their armor, like an enchanted armament on that specific piece of their plate to better defend them. These are specific brass shields asked and responsible for the task of guarding the gondolas, as they are incredibly important to the infrastructure and incredibly important to the society of Oakheart. So these are not guarded lightly. So these brass shields would be a respectable talent to be in this position. And as you go ahead,
Mina and Boldray.
the Mina Church has paid to have their armor enchanted to protect the strands. Basically, it's not like they're dual faith. It's like the Mina Church is perfectly paid to enhance the brass shields.
Okay,
their
sure.
armaments.
Okay, interesting.
This gnomish guard of kind of fairish dark grey skin, a deep gnome in full brass shield scale mail, and this golden strand around their gauntlet. They're in this kind of pillbox structure with like a sheen of glass around them, and a small repository of like a speak hole and a coin slot where you can put like the bag of coin in, and some guards around it, and standing at the waiting for the next gondola to come down. There's an access point, an access door, then an exit door. So there's 2 guards on either side of that, and then 2 in the pillboxes on either side to check people coming in and out. So this one, you're coming in, you have the queue in the line. And this gnome looks to you and says, "Payment? First
Is
time?"
it again? No, I just have bad memory. What's how much is it again?
25 gold.
For all of us
Jeez.
together?
Person each, 25 gold.
You know, back in my day,
I remember when this was. I remember when this was 10.
10 gold.
There is no fucking way it is 25 gold.
Yeah.
If you're going to pay repeat travelers, it's 300 gold for the week.
They've got flexi tickets. Fuck off. Oh, it's
How much do you have to be traveling to make that worth it? Jesus. You gotta travel what?
Some people just pay an annual fee.
I'm triggered.
You gotta travel. Is it up and down, or do you?
It's up and down. Yeah, the ticket is valid from when you buy it until the end of the
So
day.
you gotta make.
Oh, it's a return ticket. It's a day return ticket.
trips.
It's a day return ticket. It's just for a day.
You gotta travel 12 trips per week to break even.
Are there any people on this gondola? Why is there 3 gondolas? There should just be one. There's not gonna have that much traffic.
No, we are in, like, again, the rich city, so there probably is.
They probably prefer low density travel. So
Fucking hate this place.
I would love to be told whether we are in game holding up the queue right now because we're bickering about the price, or is this
There's a
just...
man.
I
There's a
mean,
man with there's a man with a walking cane, a big, thick, furry mustache. This half-orc man with a top hat. I'm going, "Get on with it. I have places to be."
Yeah, Leonard's just gonna pay 25 gold.
Okay.
God fucking damn it.
yeah,
Fine, I'll pay.
25.
I'm not-
gold.
That is
Gold.
bloody pricey, but
Yeah.
hey. It's pricey,
She
but there's a
says-
demon involved, so.
Yeah. She says, "First time. Enjoy the view of the city. Thank you for your contribution to the Mina Church and upholding the values of this city. The door's there on your left." Yeah. As you walk forward, the brass shield spins the door open. It slides open on like heavy set hinges as you all step into the gondola. And the queue of around 3 or 4 people behind you, they look at the door, and you guys are all like heavily armed. And she just says to the handler, besides, "I'll wait for the next gondola."
Oh, yeah.
and
This is
and
the
she
guy
says,
who's, busy to be places, huh?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be with those
he-
people.
Yeah, and the brass shield just spins it shut as there's this troomph, a noise and a thrust as the gondola disengages from the lock position and starts to slowly ferry up as you leave the getting higher and higher, dozen or so feet every few seconds or so, just climbing up, and you can start to see the spread of the city. You can see the high towers, the high twin towers of the Unbreakable Orders Castle. You can see the belt, the Great Wall separating the inner city and outer city. And then if you look back towards the cliff, this face of Mina, this carved relief, lifelike, beautiful, resplendent, with inlays of just decades worth of work, really get a sense for the effort and the majesty and the commitment from the church to make such a towering visage of the goddess of luck staring out across her city, as some would claim it to be. And as you guys rise up this gondola, it takes a few minutes. Are you guys discussing anything or talking?
I would say complaining.
I'll see if I can get us.
Complain? Yeah.
I'm sure I can get us reimbursed.
Is there anybody else in the car with us?
There's nobody else in the car with you, but about another few moments, there will be a car passing in the opposite gondola. Like it's a back and forth kind of thing. Like a ski lift, like when one's coming past, there's another one going to come to meet you. Yeah. So
I think Leonard's probably just going to be. He's just going to be. I'm assuming the seating, because you're not going to have.
The seating is this lovely little yellow padded leather that has like these inlays of like decorative patterns, like flying dragons and drakes and hippogriffs and wyverns, and like when you look at your cabin, your carriage, shall we say, your carriage is detailed around flying creatures, and the one coming on is detailed around terrestrial creatures like bullets and chargers. Like it seems like each carriage is like the carriage that like that Tame brought. Even these gondolas are all unique in their beauty and their design reliefs and motifs. And the seating is so cushioned; it's really nice.
It'd probably normally be like, oh, this is like such a waste. Like this is so unnecessary. But at this point, Leonard's just he's just gonna be sitting there, and he's trying to look calm. But anyone who pays like any attention, you can tell from like the grip on the staff and the like the tension in his jaw that like he's not relaxed at all.
Trying to see that.
Yeah.
Also, I think Leonard probably saw most of the view in the past, so he's not too.
Yeah.
He's not too fussed about like, oh my god, look at that, it's amazing. It's like,
yeah.
This
as
is
you guys
sort of business mode engaged.
Higher and higher you go, the air gets that slightly tinged colder, so going to kind of a little bit of a mountain breeze, and there's a little bit of a gust of wind, and the carriage does not shake. There's almost like this magical buffer around that seems to shimmer to fight, like to literally obfuscate the presence of the wind from affecting the journey, the comfort of the journey. Like an enchantment stops the wind from disrupting the balance point of the gondola.
Magic aerodynamics, I love it.
And as you come up to the top of Crown's Crest, you finally have this building you're about to see. It is the tallest structure, the most expansive structure. To call it a castle would be an understatement. This is a super church, castle, fortress all rolled into one. It has high towering flags billowing dozens and dozens of feet long. Some of them even scored 50, 70 feet long, flying the flag of the banner of the Ellerhen family. It is a super palace, one that would house a sultan in days of old in the Far East, but instead it houses the lineage of the champion. This golden coated structure is armored in thick walls, archways, and multitudes of professional guards across the persons you can see. And as you stare, that takes up most of your gaze. And as you come to the point where it starts to level off and level off and level off, and finally coming into the recess bay of the gondola terminal, then there are a smattering of still incredibly impressive manors and Each of them unique. Each of them have a totally different architectural design. Some of them are utilitarian. Some of them are filled with curves and reliefs for hanging gardens and fruit trees in the pagodas in and around the greenery on the outside of the gardens. You can see that there are wagons awaiting people who literally get off the gondola and will go no more than 10 steps and get into a personally hired carriage and take them from the gondola directly towards their home. And as you stop, as the brass shield spins out the door, and you step onto these perfectly clean streets, these horses which have these helmets of white plumes on some of the carriages of feathers, and the next people getting into the carriage after you, they seem to be leaving a tip towards the brass shield that just opens the door, and you see a flash of a platinum coin as he just passes a platinum coin to the guard who opens the door for him. As they step inside and take your place out of the gondola. And you're in Crown's Crest. You're here. You're in the most decadent show of wealth any of you will ever see. But it's not going to be the first time, nor is it going to be the last time, for you know that some of the presents here will be required for the tournament. And what would you like to look out for? What would you like to do now?
Well, you said you were told where this event. They're just going to like refer to it as, because I don't think they really want. Oh, by the way, there's an exorcism taking place to be common knowledge. I get that. It's just like you were told where this event was taking place. Do you know? You were given
Hazelville
directions.
residence. It's down the river, I believe, along the river, past Crown's Crest.
It's on the map if you guys want to look.
Yeah, it's in the south.
So, yeah, it's on the map,
section.
which I mean, obviously, we as players can see.
Yeah, they gave me the directions.
Cool. Then, that's, I mean, I know like some of these buildings are probably going to be like very famous and very well known. To the point where, like, if you've been here in any sort of region, you'd know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Is Hazelvale one of those, or is that just like a case of it's
First time
a
you're hearing about it.
house?
First
Cool.
time you're
Yeah.
hearing
Okay.
about it.
So, in which case, you probably you know the directions more than any of us, so should take the lead.
Yeah, I'll lead the way. I'll lead the way.
Make a survival check, please.
I'll cast guidance on myself. 12.
12. Okay.
14.
14. Excellent. Okay. So as you move across this luscious, fabulous, in a way, area, the streets are wide, and every carriage you pass will have at least 1 to 2, sometimes more, personal guards. These are guards from all over the realm. These are guards from all over the Concord. Some of them private, some of them look to be moving. They're not brass shields. So what that signals to you is these people are aware to guard themselves. As you go past the Ellerhen, like this super palace, there are multiple pavilions or where it's like open space, and you can see that there are carriages and carriages and carriages of people moving decorative flowers, boxes and crates of ringing of like bottles. You can see that there are tables, chairs of going into one of the entrances into the Ellerham Palace. Like, think of like walking past a venue that's getting ready for like a wedding, but so much more. Like hundreds of people, dozens and dozens of wagons, and all of them are under guard by a serious amount of private mercenaries, which you are familiar with as the Raven Sword. mercenary guild.
Okay then.
Going past Ellerhen and moving best you can to the directions you were given, you walk past signage directing you towards the Saber Roar Theatre, where the greatest of plays, the finest of artists, singers, and bardic sorts perform. At least that's what the sign says. And you follow along from that. These people, these citizens of Crown's Crest, look at you all like you're nothing more than guards. You do not arouse any more suspicion than that. They don't look. Genuinely, you're beneath the people who live here's notice. You're in stealth mode because you all are armored. They just look like your guards returning from whatever shift you had and came back ready for a day of work. As you come towards the best wits of your directions, there is a house which suits the rough description. This manor, this exterior is decorated with two uprearing stone skin charger statues and this iron made gate in front of it, which is carved like wispy, like vines and leaves, rather than it being like straight and then horizontal, is like wispy and has a it's a complex metal gate. There are two guards about 15 feet back standing with a spear on the inside, and these charges themselves are quite lifelike in structure and in size to the real thing. There's no name, there's no like written name for the residents, but that's what it's referred to. What referred to as, from what Arthur said, like this seems like the place.
Well, there, you said there'd be guards and stuff out as well.
Yeah, well, they're standing, like they're not on the outside of the palace or outside of the gate. They're on the inside of the gate. So like instead of like standing outside where they could do little, they're better to be on the inside of the gate. But I might have just misspoke when I should have said they're actually on the inside of the gate rather than the outside. So
Okay, understood. Okay, I will. I guess we should go in there, talk to everyone, and then we put the wax in the ears afterwards before we all start. Is that
Yeah.
good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
let's go.
I'm gonna be the last one to go in because I just want to have a look around, look over the shoulder as we're going in here to see if spot
Orly,
anyone
this,
kind of
this is
make
this
a perception check.
Orly, this is the home of the friend of the leader of Tier within the city. You can't nick anything, okay?
what I get.
10. Reliable talent.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's a 17, I think.
That's really bad. That would be a 17. You're right.
17. The guards, with a look at you, they don't react like they don't like go, oh, spear, shoot at the gate. They react like they've clearly been told someone's approaching. You do not see or sense anyone else looking at you. The streets are rather empty, probably because their houses are so nice and they have such wonderful lives. They don't really need to be outside unless needs must.
Yeah. Don't see anybody other than the likes of there's rich people and then there's guards, and that's about it.
Pretty much it.
Cool. Okay, that's good enough.
Mhm. All right. Yeah, the guards. One of them just goes, "What's your business here?"
We've been invited by Arthen in service of the High Lord for tonight's activity as assistants. I'm the true speaker.
Very well, sir. As he tucks the spear to the side and they walk up and he takes a huge metal key and pushes it into where there is no visible key and then turns it as the gates like clink open. Like he put it into thin air and then turns it as the gates swing open as he takes a step to the side.
Okay, let's go. Everyone be on their best behavior.
Yeah. the guard just kind of one at the front, one at the back. The guard at the front just looks over his shoulder and says, "No weapons may be drawn inside the house, residents, please. Otherwise, you'll see to my commanding officer about that."
Understood.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so what kind of riches are we welcome to as we walk into this place?
As you walk
If
towards the
things-
front door,
If
go ahead,
things
Darren.
do go wrong with this, we will have to draw our weapons.
I think the guard meant like don't do it in the house. They probably have no idea of anything
Yeah.
else. They probably have no idea about the exorcism.
Oh.
Probably, maybe they do.
How many ships
I
did
mean, I'm
Toxie
gonna
just
take it-
sink with his loose lips?
Yeah. Okay. So you walk up to the door. The guard knocks a couple of times. And there is this noise of just multiple locks opening, of just like multiple doors and tink things opening behind it. And then the door swings open, and you see a man in the most fantasy butler uniform you could imagine, in dark black and hair slicked all the way back. This human man looking down from his nose, as the guard just gives a nod, and the butler just goes, "Enter, please, gentlemen," with a thick breakwater accent. You step inside a polygon like foyer room. There are tunnels off every corner of, or every round circle of the polygon. There are draping curtains hanging open of the tall stained glass windows and all sides lets lights in, and this white marble perfectly flat floor covered in decorative fancy rugs from the Far East, rugs from the Midlands, rugs from the Formere slopes that would cost a year's salary for a professional worker to afford. There are carved reliefs into all corners of where a gap of a hallway of angels coated in rings and necklaces and jewels and riches and gems, and they seem to be like not hoarding them but like holding them close to their chest or close to their eyes or something like that. And this butler says to you, "While in the home of Lady Bettencourt, there are obvious rules, and we appreciate and won't insult your character or intelligence from discussing them. But do nothing untowards the lady or her manor or any of the guests inside. We understand the guests of the lady are here to see you. I will lead you to them now. They are in the games room." And he goes to walk and takes that proper like heel turn and goes to walk down one of the hallways to the left-hand side of this pavilion.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay. You walk down a hall, and as you get closer and closer, you hear a harp playing in the distance, and you can hear some chuckling and laughter. A woman's voice, not giggles, but there's that nefarious like sneer, and you hear a heavily accented voice like reply something, and then another. You walk up close to a door. The butler gives a knuckle tap, like dunk dunk, little knuckle tap on the door. The door opens up as you're greeted by a room of circular design. There is a crackling fire burning, a harp player in the corner with a sheet of music in front of her. She is wearing a bright red velvet dress, and she is a blue tiefling, and she is playing delicately with the pointed fingers in her hand. On the left-hand side of the room, you see your High Lord sitting at a chair with Arthur around 10 feet away, hovering kind of towards the back of him, looking over his shoulder, as the High Lord is leaning in this reclining chair, playing a game on a small desk, a rectangle-like board with multiple pieces on it, with like leveled, like higher pieces descending to a middle, and a woman sitting in the chair seem to be picking up a piece, and the behind her is a tall figure, a half storm giant, standing there around 9 feet tall in evening wear. And he's standing with his arms at either side with his knuckles wrapped over his other knuckles, like a personal bodyguard, like a bouncer standing behind her. And he has jet black hair, bluish skin with tinge of like light ball scar, like lightning bolt, a face paint over his face and over his like cut nose and like long ago healed cut neck. On the right hand side of the room, there's 3 people there. For one of them, Hendrik, you've seen before, although not in this light. The last time you saw her visage was that you were looking through the eyes of a murderer who killed her and beat her skull into a pulp. You see the turning visage of Ruth Va, of a 5'7", distinctly powering green eyes, her hair completely covered and dripping over her head, or dripped over back recessed as her hair is covered in a tarp. In the solid cobalt blue robe is a uncanny resemblance to that of the High Lord, presumably his daughter Ruth. Her face is dotted in freckles. She has dry, cracked lips and a brooch made of pewter on her pinned to her robe that has the symbol of Bahamut on it. And next to her are 2 figures. You see 2 wood elves with her. You see one of them is masculine appearing, the other one is feminine appearing. They look roughly similarly aged, though it's hard to tell with the elves. And there is this circular board in the recess, and they're about 10 paces away from it. And in the hand of Ruth Va is like a pointed knife, and in the hand of the other 3, the other 2 wood elves is another pointed knife, and they're all different colors. And there's color matching codes to the knives to the target zones on this board. And there's this lull of silence, and the butler just goes, "You're the guests, High Lord Jolitus." And he bows, and the lady says, My, they arrived in good time. Leave us. And she just does a flick of a finger to the butler, and he goes, "Yes, my lady." And he steps backwards out of the room and closes the door behind him, and there's a noise closing as the door closes. As you all have an audience of people all looking at you.
Okay, one moment.
Perfect moment to go AFK. Okay, so there's a lull, and the High Lord stands up from the chair, and you hear a cracked knee, and Arthur like
Sorry about that, I'm back.
sorry. The High Lord stands up, and his knee cracks like with his old age, and he gestures towards you, Hendrik, and goes,
Hendrik, I will give introductions. This is my close acquaintance, Lady Betancourt.
and she just does the slightest even head tilt forward.
Pleasure.
Looks towards Arthur, and he gives a nod towards you. Looks towards the back of the room, and he goes,
I know you probably haven't met in some time. Ruth, come over here and introduce yourself.
as this woman sets down a dart on a close by table, and with the blue robes of Bahamut walks towards you and gives a bow. Pleasure to meet you, Hendrik. I've heard much about you from my father. And it looks towards the 2 wood elves, and he says,
Forgive me of the pronunciation.
and looks towards Lady Betancourt, and then back to them.
This is Florence Cavalier and Aurelia Cavalier. They are relations of Our Lady here and staying at her invitation. Please treat them with the same respect as Lady Betancourt.
and they both give a nod towards you. And there's a look of him to you. Goes,
Hendrik, Truth Caller, why don't you introduce yourselves and your friends, your traveling party, to everyone here gathered?
I wouldn't know where to start. I am Hendrik, a truth caller with the Order of Tyr. We got Orly there, adventurer, Thoric. Thoric, how do you describe yourself? I know, Bahamut, but don't actually.
I would
know
love
how
to.
you
I would love to
describe
think this is like in character, and you're like,
This
"How
isn't
would you
character. No,
describe
this
yourself?"
is in character. This is in
Yeah.
character. This is, Thoric Bahamut. I don't actually know your job title.
Holy shit. Dark Bahamut? That's his name? Oh my god. I didn't know.
There's a when you swear, as Lyranok. When you said "holy shit,"
Okay, sorry, where did I swear?
you just said "holy shit" with Bahamut, and then
You did.
Lady Betancourt
You
went,
did. You did.
Oh, that's fair.
And,
Yeah, but I'm also calling out Ryan's mistakes. I don't think his name is actually Thark Bahamut.
No, I didn't say Thoric Bahamut. I said Thoric falls.
Yeah, that's what you certainly sounded like you said. Thark Bahamut, right? Or something like that.
Oh no! He follows Bahamut.
Yeah.
I don't know. His.
I think you missed the of in the sentence, which is where I was going.
I am a bulwark of the Platinum Aegis. No, it's not Platinum Aegis. Sorry, my notes were wrong. I think, or am I wrong?
No, Platinum Aegis is correct. Correct.
I think Hendrik just like looked like for a half second or like for 1/10 of a second. There's a look of surprise, like, oh, he didn't know that. Oh wow. And then Lyranok, why don't you describe yourself, or why don't you introduce yourself? Because I can't do it justice.
My
Doing justice was your entire thing.
Yep. God damn, that was amazing.
That was really good.
Take a point of inspiration for that.
That was really good.
That was really
You
good.
already have it. It's fine.
Yeah.
My name is Lyranok Avalon. I am a wanderer. That is my path now.
But more specifically,
I am an ex-knight of the Order of the Unbreakable.
Okay. Torkel, after you finish speaking, goes, "My name is Torkel Gundmundsson. I hail from Vard, and I studied architecture intensely in the capital of Erith. And I travel with my companions here to help the realm."
I'll just look back towards the lady. They are my companions. It is difficult to find good help nowadays, but I assure you, all of them are either competent or extremely lucky.
She there's a Arthur. You didn't even roll a perception check. You know what to look out for Arthur. Arthur like tries not to laugh. He's like, "God damn it, this fucker!" Like he's trying really hard not to laugh at what you just said. And Lady Betancourt like kind of gently like crosses her legs, and she's wearing this bespoke, beautiful, deep silver dress. She's a human woman of around maybe the age of 70, maybe 73, something like that. She has the celestial mark of favor in red ink or red paint, maybe. Not sure if it's ink, a tattoo, or if it's paint, on her forehead, and her hair is tied up. It's long and white and tied up. She's a little bit, like she's not a thin frame, she's a little bit larger than that. And she looks towards your troop, your ensemble, and she gets she just says, "Pleased to meet all of your acquaintances. My,
my little lord. You do know how to pick your company sometimes. And the High Lord goes, my lady, you flatter me, though this is Hendrik's friends, not my own. Although, perhaps maybe after today I may call them my such. And she says, well, gathered guests, please don't feel uneasy. There are many things to relax in my games room. Please, relax. Set your armaments down. They must be so heavy. From the journey from the lower city, a long walk indeed. I'm just finishing my game up with my old friend. And he looks back towards the table. Oh yes, we still have a round to play. She like kind of gives that nod like towards the two wood elves in the corner, and they are wearing like leaf motif bark emblazoned, not the actual material, but what the material would look like if you drew it on like silken thread. And they seem to like almost match, like same tailor, but not the same color pattern palette. And she gives a nod to them and says, family, wouldn't you entertain our guests here, please? And the two of them nod, and one of them speaks up. The man, Florent, he says, please join us, gentlemen. We were just playing a game over here of dexterity. And what do you guys do?
Out of character. A game of dexterity. Shit.
Before we go on to the entertainment, where is the event happening tonight specifically? I'd like to see the area.
Silence. Total silence.
Yeah.
The High Lord, after about a 5 or second pause,
Hendrik, get a glass of wine and relax.
Yes, sir.
make an insight check on Arthur as he looks at you.
Oh, I don't need to make I don't even make insight check.
Idiot! Just like, oh my god. That's just what you read in his face. Arthur comes over. Yeah. Arthur comes over towards the wine table and like just picks up a glass of wine and gives you that look, and then goes to hand it back to the High Lord because he knows the High Lord probably needs a sip of wine after that. Okay, so you go get a cup of wine. Orly, what do you do?
Dexterity game.
Okay. All right. You walk over. The two wood elves set their coloured handle, there's a little tiny like piece of string on the back of it, like a little frill. One of them's red, one of them's green, one of them's blue. As Ruth walks over towards to join them again. Leonard, what do you do?
He's, I guess, sort of going back into, I guess, some of the training he had previously. He'll do his best to sort of go along with, you know, I don't know, I'm not exactly going to call it a party, but you know what I mean? Like, he'll go along with it in terms of enough to be polite, but not wholly engaging with everything at the moment, because this was not what he was expecting tonight.
Yeah. As you guys all walk around, you, not subtly, but just see the High Lord just said to Lady Betancourt,
You have to excuse him. This is the first time he's been in anywhere like this.
and she just goes, it's fine. Let's finish our game and then I'll take the two of them and we'll be about our adventure for the rest of the evening. I hear the theatre's going to be rather rammed tonight. And they just start a conversation, like just talking back and forth. Okay, Thoric, what do you do? Thoric.
Sorry, mic is muted.
Olus.
I'm not even sure if Thoric would have caught on to the faux pas that Hendrik did. He's just like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're just having wine before any. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, where's the wine?
Yeah, you walk over towards the wine table.
Yeah, because despite not understanding the faux pas, He understands the indication of let's not talk about it now.
Yeah.
So
You're a noble, right? You have the noble background as your character,
my hands are covered
or soldier.
stuff at the moment. Guard.
Guard. Okay. I will say because of your I think you were noble before. I think I remember that before the background changes of D&D.
Yeah.
The bottles of wine that are opened and like the perfectly like crystal glass you can pour them into on this table, sorry. The bottle of wine is like in the upper regions like 500 gold pieces a bottle. That's what you recognize.
That wine is not cheap. I'll get you 20 trips across the ferry.
I was going to say, I don't think anything in this part of the city is going to be cheap. We are probably the cheapest things here.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you guys are getting maybe.
Yeah, we're not even getting paid, dude. We're free.
You're getting paid in piety. The best currency. Orly,
I don't think this applies to my piety.
You walk over to. You will see. You walk over towards the dexterity game, and this wood elven person. They've got face paint on, like this kind of stretched out, like shadowish eyeshadow, like around the slit of their eyes. They're elongated, pointed ears of wood elves. As she picks up a dagger, like tosses in her hand, and she says, stranger, new friend, Oli, do you know what this game requires?
Yes. I lie.
Okay.
Like
make an intelligence check for me, please.
The rogue lying.
Oh yeah, you used to play this game with your kids. This is they call it tricolor throw. This is a game where someone will tell you, I want you to put the green throwing dagger in the blue. I want you to put the blue dagger in the red and the red dagger in the green. And it's a game of challenges, and you have to throw the three daggers at the same time in the same hand.
Okay, let me sit up for this. Not that it's going to make a difference on my rolls, but I'm invested.
And it is a challenge of pure dexterity, of like how well you can call a shot to one another. And she asks if you're familiar, and you just say, "Yes, I'm familiar."
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, she says, okay, let's see if you can match our score. And looks towards Ruth, and she nods at her. This one has a daintiful hand, but she is yet to beat me or my brothers here. Why don't we say green to green, blue to blue, and red to red to start off, to warm you up, my friend?
That's easy.
You can roll a sleight of hand check, please, to throw them, if you are proficient in sleight of hand. 19.
That was a natural
Wow.
11.
Natural, reliable talent. Like, it's kind of hard to suck at a game like this for you because reliable
Yeah.
talent. In 3 fingers, you threw these small little darts, blue to blue, red to red, green to green. They all hit. And it's a distance of around 10 feet away, and they all have to hit like pretty much the same time. The way the angle of the throw works, and there's a little clap from her, and a little like squeeze on the shoulder from the male wood elf, and he goes, good shot. And he goes to walk up for his turn, and he says to you, Yori, you threw last. What is my objective?
What colors is there? There's blue, red, green, is it?
Blue, red, green, yeah, and you have to call which dagger to what throw.
Okay. Blue to green, green to red, red to blue.
He puts the 3 daggers in between his fingers and throws. 19.
Hell of it.
They all hit. A pretty good throw. And he goes to walk up to get the 3 daggers out, and he passes it to his sister, and he looks at her and he goes, "In red to green, blue to red, and red." And he looks around the room to that painting,
Ooh.
and she a painting on the wall, of a bottle, a floating pitcher of water, which is just endlessly spewing water, like creating a lake, beautifully painted and rendered.
How much do we reckon? Can I do a quick crappy appraisal on the spot right here?
Sure.
Do you want me to
It's
throw
going to be
up,
at least 20, at least DC 20 check.
What am I rolling?
No, this is to her, his sister, who's doing it.
Oh, I
You're
got you.
taking it in turns. And she goes, "Psha, easy," and she throws it. Oh. So what happens is she throws 2 daggers and they go in, and she aims for the painting. Instead of hitting the painting, there's a suit of armor in the corner, and the dagger goes right in the eye slit of the suit of armor. She goes, "Oh, whoopsie." And
So much money.
and the Lady Betancourt like looks past them, and she says, "Be careful with that armor. It was a gift from my grandfather." Oh, and so she just goes, "Apologies, Lady Betancourt." Ruth walks over, and she like walks up to the suit of armor and takes out the 2 daggers, and she looks at you, Orly, and says, I hope you don't mind. I have a go."
Sure.
I'm just trying to get all 3 on the board. I haven't actually managed to reach colours yet, so here we go. And she
Insight
throws the
check
3
before
daggers.
she fucking chucks it. Insight.
Yeah.
Nah, I
Insight
knew
check.
it.
Yeah. Insight check. Yeah. I mean, she gets all 3 on the board. They're not as well spaced out as yours were, or Florent.
Was that luck, or are we getting hustled?
That was totally luck on her
Oh
part.
shit!
That was. She goes, "Ah!" and she like claps her hands together, and the High looks over and goes, "Well done, daughter. Well done." And she like hugs the closest wood elf. Goes, "I didn't think I could actually do it. Thank you so much." And he goes, "No, it's fine, monsieur. It's fine. It's a good shot. Once in a lifetime, some would say."
Mm.
Yeah, so that's happening. Thoric, you've got a cup of wine. It tastes delicious. It's like silk and honey. It's like milk and honey. It's so nice, Thoric. And Hendrik, it's delicious as well for you. The 3 of you, I guess, would say Lyrnock, Thoric, and Hendrik. 3 of you are gathered. Arthur stand close to the High Lord. So
no, I'm not
what do
drinking any.
Okay.
I don't drink on the job.
Yeah. Okay, Thoric, you take a sip.
Yep, I take a sip. Tastes like home.
It tastes really good. Lyrnock, what about you?
He'll drink very, very little. But again, it's more a case of he's just like
Being
drinking.
polite.
He's like, yeah, basically, he's being polite.
Yeah. Torquil
Like,
takes
he's
one. He's
just-
like, yeah. Torquil's like, it would have been better if they had whiskey or ale or something. I don't think I'm going to like the city very long if I have to keep drinking wine. Yeah, so the 3 of you are there.
There's gotta be some expensive whiskey you can buy here.
There is, yeah. Okay. Arthur stays close to the Lady to the High Lord and Lady Betancourt with her personal guard, the half giant. basically. And then the game still goes on. You guys play a couple more rounds. I'll just roll for them. So this is for Florent. This is for Florent. Another 19. This is for Aurelie. A 24. And then this is for the last shot for Ruthva. A 20. Okay, you've got a high bar to hit on your cold shots here, Orly. Roll another sleight of hand check.
What do I have to be? A natural 20? I think you rolled in GM.
Sorry, it's a 19, 24, and 20.
God,
So you need to roll above a 24 to get one up over them.
Christ. Fuck.
Still what is it? Still minimum of 18.
What did I
Yeah,
roll?
minimum.
Sleight of hand? Yeah, it's an 18.
Okay, 18. Good, but you get all of them make a better shot than you. So
Yeah, well,
there's no wagers, there's no betting. It's just like who can throw the
it's just
best.
my pride.
It's just your pride. Yeah, they all threw a better shot. I rolled a 17, a 16, and an 18 on that. So
I mean, whatever's left of your pride after that, I guess.
yeah,
Okay, it's salt in
I mean,
the wound.
Okay. The man like takes the knives out and sets them, and there's like this lacquered wooden box with like soft velvet inside of it and leather, and he puts the 3 throwing daggers back. Florent moves over towards the wine station where the 3 of you are, and Aurelie stays with you, Orly. Florent walks over towards the 3 of you, and he pours himself a cup of wine, and he says, "You must have traveled from far away, no? With the voices, pitch, accent. I think I hear they say here in Central Erith. No, you are not Central Erithans.
I am indeed. I am from Erith itself.
Oh, forgive me, forgive me.
Sorry, one second. I've been introduced to a lot of names here. Who is this
Oh,
person
I
again?
can't keep
Sorry.
track of me out.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. There's so many new
This-
names.
This is Florent Calvet, the wood elf male who was
Right.
starting playing the throwing game.
Was he the one that won?
No, it was his sister who won. She rolled a 24.
Oh wow! God, I can't believe you didn't. Yes, it is no trouble. I am certainly proud to do it, but I do not have any intention of trying to lord it over that. I was born on Capitol. It is pure chance. I had no say in the matter.
My sister and I, we have never been to the capital. We are kindly having, how you say, we are guests in our distant relation, Lady Betoncourt's manor here, while we are taking tourist travel north to south. We are seeking to get to the hot weather by the time the summer has arrived, which I think is not too far off.
Cypher, out of character. Because haven't we basically just passed through? Are we in winter?
It's going no. It's spring. The calendar starts in spring. So but
Okay,
after the
calendar
spring,
starts in spring.
after the spring equinox, it will technically be summer by your culture's dictation.
Okay, so yeah. In that case, he's not wrong. Yes, in fact, just the beginning of next week. So if I remember, it's what they call a week a 10-day.
A 10-day, yeah.
Or do they just call it? Or do they just call it a week? Or well, I don't. Anyway, the beginning of next 10-day will be the final day of spring. So yes, it is nearly summer. If you wish to travel further south before then, it will be not a great deal of time left.
There are lots of bugs, insects where me and my sister come from. So having a place where the heat keeps them away is very welcoming.
Yes, it is quite nice to not have to deal with them. I've heard.
No.
In some other regions, they can become quite a problem, actually.
Yes, yes. Sometimes they drink so much blood, they grow very big. Difficult to get the lump off of your skin. Certain leaves to cure the itch, as they say. I'm sorry, my friends, but I must say you are the biggest person I have ever saw in my life. Looks at you, Thoric.
I was going to say, I'm assuming
Oh.
he is because
Yeah.
Yeah, the Thork looks up and
Where do you? Yeah. Where do you come from?
I come from Vard.
Oh. Oh, I did not know that Sarambon called that place home. I am learning so much. What is you introduced yourself as a bulwark of Bahamut?
Indeed, I am.
It is good to know that your faith is working for you. My sister and I are supplicants of Thesnir.
Ooh. And how are you finding that life?
It is good, no? It is a life of travel, of exploration, seeing multiple places. Although we stay close to the forest.
a life of travel certainly does sound quite appealing. I've done a bit of traveling, but mine focus has been staying within the bounds of Concord.
And where were you all before Okat?
To the map. Right, so we came from was Seaton, right?
Misspeak.
This peak. Oh, right, yeah, even further south. Okay, I remember we were in the
Mhm.
south. No, we travelled up from this peak. Tharakia is, well, I suppose all of us are taking part in the local tournament later this week. And
Oh, fantastic! That is something that Lady Betancourt mentioned to us that we will get to spectate. We are kind guests of a distant relation here, and we will be in the audience, as you say.
it will be nice to have you. I've never partaken myself, but I've heard it's quite an event.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, excuse me. I am just getting wine for myself and my sister. And he looks at. I don't mean any offense to you, friends. Uh, Truth Caller, is that the title or a name?
Title.
Yeah, he's trying to speak to Hendrik.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, can you repeat that then?
He asks, "Is Truth Caller your name or is it a title?"
Oh, it's a title. Oh, it's a rank.
Oh. And your friends, one of them from Erith, one of them from Vards. Where is it you would call home before you came here?
The Concord in general. I don't have a specific home.
No, nowhere to
No.
to rest one's boots after a long walk.
No. Nope.
Oh, that is a shame. Everyone needs a home. Well, I'm going to give this to my sister. It's a good conversation with the three of you.
Absolute
Adieu.
shit conversation with Hendrik.
Yeah. He walks back. At this point, while that conversation's happening, Orly Aurelie has been speaking to you, and she says, Chevalier, how is it someone so talented is traveling with this
your companions?
She's calling me talented, is she? Out of character?
Yes, she is.
Oh, okay. Well, flatter me. I'm not exactly that talented. I pretty dexterous, but that's pretty much it. Used to be a well, still am a wood carver, so I'm pretty handy with my hands, pretty nimble. But that's pretty much it. I'm still quite new to the adventuring scene and traveling scene.
She nods. She looks like as her brother's talking with the wine. She goes, "That's off. Will you stop talking and get me my wine?" um, and you are here in Okat with your friends. The one with the big cape, the tooth collar.
Yes.
Oh, and where are you staying? Are you staying in Crest?
No, that's Croncrest is at least for me, it's a little too rich for my blood.
Oh, no kidding. It is very expensive. Without Lady Bettencourt's patronage, we would not be able to stay here.
Yes, it's quite the district.
It is. It is. So, do you staying somewhere nice? Are you having a boarding house? Just, I only ask because if it is somewhere that is inhospitable or derelict or nasty, then I'm sure I could label my lady for accommodation here.
No, it's quite all right. I appreciate that. I appreciate the concern. No, we are. It's pretty cozy. It's pretty modest, but definitely hospitable where we're staying.
She says, "Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. I have heard so many stories of people staying in places uh, and getting pet bugs, on the road. Something that me and my brother watch out for. We spend a few minutes watching each bunk we stay in to see the little legs moving around. Terrible thing, dragging insects from one place to another, but that's a story for when we were children.
Not much for camping, then, are we?
I enjoy camping. I enjoy being under the stars. But my brother says I have a soft touch. I like a pillow.
Hmm. I'm definitely just standing there awkwardly because I don't have a glass or anything in my hand, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. He comes over and passes her a glass, and then Ruth is like now inspecting the armor, and the two wood elves. She asks him a question, and the two of them they go one moment, and they go and head off towards her. While that's happening, I just need to have a 5 minute break and let the dogs out. So you guys feel free to discuss what you guys are discussing in this room, or have a miniature break or whatever. But consider yourselves all talking amongst yourselves, and while the setting still rolls and moves.
This is worse than the necker.
This
The
this is
You're
horrible.
about.
This is horrible.
I am enjoying this wine. This is great wine.
Who would have thought?
Why are we doing a necromancy or exorcism in a damn rich person's house?
Why are we doing an exorcism? Should have stopped there. That's where you stop.
Someone's got to do it, right?
City of Spines is looking pretty good right now, eh?
What you're talking about? I'm having a great time here.
So, real quick, what kind of what kind of abilities do people have to block out trauma?
What?
That's quite a question.
That is quite a question.
This is in game, by the way. This this is not me. This is not Stodia. You guys.
No, wait, what was the question?
To be my response.
He asked a hell of a question.
What was it?
What kind of abilities you guys have to block out trauma?
Next level, I can modify memory.
Really?
Yep.
Fantastic
Terrifying.
therapy tool. Hey, honestly, it is.
Maybe one
That's
of the
fucking terrifying.
most immoral spells.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that. Everyone thinks like warlocks are the evil class. No, it's bards and wizards.
It's a good thing that I, a enforcer of the law, am the one who has that ability, and I will use it responsibly
Uh-huh.
to make Lyranok like me.
Yeah, there it is.
But I'll tell you unsolicited reasons. What's the saving throw on modify memory?
I have no idea, but yeah, that's fair enough. I'll do it when you're asleep. It'll be fine. No,
I still get a save on it.
Yeah, no, I think modify memory might be a bit too far.
Yeah, but now you put it. Now you put the idea of it in my head, and I don't know if I can.
No, I'm not actually going. That's up. That's like get kicked out of the group levels of shit.
You've already been kicked out of the group.
Yeah, seems to be pretty on brand for you.
Or have I?
I don't know. We can ask Talker when he
We
comes
won't
back. and
know
we can
until
see.
next level, dude.
I'm just gonna play a fucking Jedi. You have no
Yeah.
memory of this thing.
You want to buy some death sticks?
Yeah. You'll
Want to
stop
go
trying
home
to
and
sell
rethink
death
your life?
sticks and go home and rethink your life. But what kind of a drug dealer calls their shit death sticks?
Yeah, it's consistent.
They're upfront and honest about it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. Let's see what Wikipedia says about death sticks.
They're made from nicotine.
Nice.
You say that, they actually might be.
Oh, there's you smoke shrooms. Okay, great.
Oh, I just remembered. I'm a gnome. I'm fine. Completely got advantage on saves. Although I've been rolling like Lyranok dice.
All right, I'm back.
God bless reliable talent.
All right, everyone here?
Don't think
Mhm.
that works on saves, does it?
No, it just works
No.
on skill checks.
Oof.
It's a level 20 ability for Rogue, I think, which means no rules count as less than a 10. So try and get there.
Easy.
Another is a warlock class, which was your memories cannot be modified and your mind can't be read.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I meant for the trauma that we're about to witness, but yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, it'll
So-
be fine. It's mild.
As you guys are standing around, you hear the High Lord go, "Ugh, you've got me. and Lady Betancourt like dances whatever miniature figure like tick tick tick, and then like knocks over one and sets it down in its place. Well, it's always been a good game with yourself, but I have a few more years of playing over you. And she stands up from the chair, and as soon as she stands up, the half giant like swings an overcoat like over her, like right over her shoulders, like perfect, like pitch second perfect, and she like kind of just fastens it with her buttons, like locks it. Well, we have a box to go sit in and watch a fabulous performance of a tragic story of star-crossed lovers. And he goes, please enjoy the show. It was no worry to myself to get you that seating. She goes, don't be silly. I know what it cost you for me to get the loveliest seats in the house, and I'm so appreciative of it. And she walked past him, and she he lifts a hand up, and she lifts her hands up, and they gently hold hands for a second. And she lets go, and as she walks off the store, the half giant just walks behind her, like 5 paces behind her, like at any minute. And she goes to walk towards the threshold of the door. The half giant takes a step forward, pushes the door open, and he looks over towards the two wood elves and goes, "Come along now, you two. Enough games with the High Lord's daughter. We must get ready for the theatre." And they move away from talking at the suit of armor with Ruth, and they give a deep long bow as the two of them give a courteous bow to you guys as well as they go and leave, and they follow Lady Betancourt out as the door clink closes behind them, and you're left in this chamber with just the High Lord and Arthur. The harp player stops playing and picks up the harp, or just stands up from the harp and leaves out a side door that is attached to the bookcase, like a secret entrance. Just like leaves out of it. This blue tiefling. As you are there and the door closes, what do you guys like do anything before the High Lord or Arthur speaks, or do you guys just wait?
I'm not going to say anything, but he's sort of giving off the opinion of like, can we get a move on?
All right. The High Lord like stands up, throwing his basic robes, looks towards Arthur. Arthur goes, "Gather in, gentlemen." Raises a hand above his head, and he goes to step towards the wine table, like opposite where most of you guys are already. As the Ryan drop.
Ryan.
Oh dear. Oh,
He heard gathering, gentlemen immediately went, "I'm out."
Yeah. Are you there, Ryan? Oh no,
Wait,
is he muted?
I'm back.
All right, cool.
What did I miss? My internet keeps resetting itself. I don't freaking know why.
Okay. Arthur just gestured for everyone to gather up. And Arthur, like, get you guys to gather up, and Ruth and the High Lord go to leave at the same door, but a few moments after Betancourt leaves. As you guys all gathering around him, and he looks like he kind of looks at you, Hendrik, and says, "I don't know exactly what your friend Hendrik here explained, but it's of the confidence of this residence that when we take you to the location, which will be in a moment, that you'll be guided by my hand and Hendrik's hand, blindfolded and in a zone of no noise, so that anonymity and protection could
This was
be
not
protected."
mentioned to us before.
Your friend Hendrik is leading you. Like he'll still have senses around. He can tell you what he wants after, but this is a precaution placed upon us on the trust of this property.
Doug's going to be given the stare of like,
No, I didn't.
this is something you probably should have.
You just get a shrug from me. I don't remember that part at all. Maybe it was implied, but
Mm-hmm.
I trust Hendrik.
It feels. I mean, it seems a bit odd to be. We'll trust them to be brought in, but not trusting enough to actually know where we are.
Please, gentlemen, there are as much assurances as I can give to you. You still hold your weapons. You'll still hold your arms. I'm not going to rob you of that. But it's only going to be for, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? That's it. Just to maintain secrecy of some of the layout of this place. Please.
Okay, it's fine.
Fine.
okay, let's go.
Torkel, Learnock, Orly, and Thoric, you're all past blindfolds and you all wrap them around your eyes. And you watch Hendrik as Arthur produces a small a holy symbol. He lifts it, like levitates from his chest, from his medallion, floats in his hand as he casts silence on that object. As he just gives you a finger point towards a stone relief in the door, in like close to the suit of armor in the corner of the wall. As you help walk your friends over towards it, Arthur then pulls a book out of the bookcase as the wall opens up. Well, you couldn't really hear the noise as there's just a long hallway, and as you start to walk down it, torches foomf, 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 react with light in reaction to your passing.
Can
You
I,
go
just,
down a hallway. Yeah, go ahead.
I do have 10-foot blind sight, so whatever
You
I
do.
I can
You
tell.
very much
Yeah.
do. You can tell. You can tell. So,
I'd also like to try to the best of my ability remember footsteps and directions and stuff like
there's
that.
no sound. It's just like you're walking.
It's
There's
Steps and
There's
angles of
steps.
turns. That's all. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
it. Yeah, that's it, but not sound. Okay, so you walk, you turn, you walk, turn, you turn again, and then you pause for a few moments. You watch another door open up, Hendrik, and then there's a cylindrical stairwell. And at the end of this hallway, he dismisses the silent spell, and like all you can hear breathing again. You can hear the rattling of plate. He says, probably not a good idea to try and walk 5 men down some stairs with the blind getting led by, well, a few incompetent assholes. You guys can all remove your blindfolds now. I don't want you to trip going down the stairs and make it all for naught.
Sounds still in effect though.
I know he dismissed the silence.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So-
that's fine. Yeah.
You see
No,
a
we'll just-
stone cylindrical staircase, quite wide enough, like to your breast. It's quite deep, quite large, quite thick.
Okay. Yeah, just
He
remove
leads.
the blindfold ribbons.
You walk down it. You walk down of a distance you're registered to be around 40 or so feet. And as you walk
I've got AFK
in,
one moment. One sec.
okay,
Continue on without me.
as you walk into this room, it is a room in which the perfectly circle. There is a inner circle with 3 reliefs at either side. So immediately, like in front of you, and one to the left and one to the right. And standing each relief where you imagine a doorway is or a gap, there are 2 elite brass shields standing there. You see High Lord Juratus standing there with Ruth Va beside him. There is a intricate, softly glowing celestial circle of runes around a humanoid figure who is encased in a bulb, a half semicircle. It was quite large, of pure glowing, binding, divine magical properties. And there's a faint slither of magic energy coming from the 3 light sources that's shooting out past all of the 3 reliefs where the brass shields are standing. And you see that High Lord Jurtus has a sapphire in his right hand, and he paces it out and sits it in front of the circle where this religious thing is. Meldum Threnic, the man you recognize, this decrepit murderer, is standing upright, and he is like pacing, and he is clearly speaking, but you can't hear anything coming out of his mouth. Like total silence, you can't hear anything. And as you all are standing in this room, there is a like dull droning, like clear magical effect like in this chamber. And Arthur stands to one side, and High Lord Juratus stands and like places sapphire at the edge of the circle. So there's 4 sapphires at equal points all around this magical circle. And Hendrik, are you back?
Yep, I am.
Okay. All right. So how do you react to all this as you come into this?
I don't.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Terrified.
Jip, sorry, I thought I was muted when I was coughing. My bad.
Sorry. Thork, what about you?
Thork is visibly unsettled, but he's not going to outwardly act on it.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Orly, what about you?
Terrified.
Okay. The High Lord is in different vestments. He is in pure Holyman vestments, like different basic ones that he had, and he is holding his jade symbol of office in his left hand, and he's holding a scroll in his right hand that is like constantly being written, like etchings on celestial writing, like an unseen source is writing on it, and he is reading it, and he is silently muttering the words. And Ruth is like praying on her Bahamut symbol, and Arthur looks at like the ensemble of you, and he's standing kind of, you're like up left hand side of Ruth, and he's on the right hand side of the Juratas, the High Lord, like close to him, and he gives a look towards you, Hendrik, like, are you ready? Like, are you okay? Are you happy? Like, gives you that look.
Turn towards my followers and just like say, okay, let's put the wax in now and make things easier for everyone.
Okay.
And yeah, pull the jar, mason jar, probably it's probably a clay jar or something like that, a piece of wax. And
Mhm.
I'll put some in my own ears.
Yeah. Okay. Put some in your ears. Do you pass it around to other party members?
Yep. Now, if y'all want, you could fake putting it in your ear if you want. I wouldn't really notice.
Mm.
I mean,
Actually,
Oh,
before
go on.
before I put them in, I'd like to speak to the High Lord Juratas, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thork steps up and is like, as a member of the Church of Bahamut, I would like to make record of this exorcism. I was advised to ask permission first. So here I am, hoping that you will
He
allow me
is
that.
completely enraptured in the spell that he is reading off the parchment, and does not even look at you. He's reading and speaking quietly. Ruth looks at you and like touches her Bahamut symbol on her chest and says, my father will give his blessing, of course. Don't worry, this will be a short affair. The only thing he probably would ask is an lapse of names, details, and exact timings, but all the details of the rite may be fine.
Thank you. I'll make the notes after the fact. During, I'll
Yeah.
have to be ready in case anything happens.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The inscription, this whispering, ends. His eyes flare white with light and then go back to normal. The High Lord Juratus. He looks at Arth and looks at everyone in the room. Shields.
I have gathered you here to perform a most sacred rite. Do I have your strength, your integrity, and your promise to your god?
As they all just go, yes! Like male, female voices all at once. Looks towards the 5 of you and Arthur.
I'm going to recess the dampening of audio within his chamber. Ignore his ramblings.
And he lifts up his symbol, and there's a flash of light that strikes the blue bubble as it like disintegrates. And he's standing there without a protective bubble, but still in the middle of this protective arcane divine circle. And he just goes, you think this is going to work on me? You think this is going to work on me? He like looks at the High Lord.
Cease, creature. You will be liberated from this poor body in but a moment. Do not resist, for we know that this will not damage your body permanently.
Creature like looks around, looks at Orly.
Of course.
I mean, Orly
You-
can't hear anything, right?
Has Orly put the beeswax in?
Yeah.
I instructed everyone to do it. I instructed everyone to do it.
Yes, no.
You-
Yeah.
Okay.
what you instructed and what people do.
Yeah.
I know. I just,
He says something and it's muffled towards you, Orly. Looks at Lernok. Lernok, are you saying anything? Do you have your ears plugged?
No.
Okay. He looks. He goes.
If I'm
You-
going to ignore suffering, I'm
you
going
s-
to actually
you
have to
s-
hear it.
I can tell with you. You swore an oath. Is this protecting people? Is this saving people? What these monsters are doing to me?
I swore an oath to protect people. Whether that includes you, I have my doubt.
God damn, I'm gonna look towards Lyranok and just like realize that he didn't put the earwax in.
No, if he's gonna be ignoring the potential suffering of someone, he's gonna hear it and ignore it he's not gonna hide away from it.
And Lyranok's gonna hear a voice in his head then, and it's Hendrick's voice, and the voice says, "Don't interact with the demon. Shush."
Interact with the demon. Gotcha.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah.
It looks
Oh,
at.
it's
It looks at.
You can say what you want. No one's gonna.
Oh
do
yeah, I
something.
know. I
Yeah.
know. Lyranok.
Looks at Thoric. Says something. Do you have your ears plugged?
Yeah, my ears are plugged. I'm following him. I trust Hendrix. I'll follow Hendrix's
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah. The High Lord, like booming with thaumaturgic power, which you all can hear clearly.
It is no use, creature. These able-bodied men are shielded against your threats and pleas. Relinquish yourself to the truth of the God of justice.
The light from all of these 3 points hitting the circle all begin to glow brighter as he reads from the script.
Malcolm Threnick, Erith born and once devout to Bahamut. If your truly unwilted mind can hear me, you are to face criminal charges of harboring a fiend in your body. The murder of multiple students at the Starthorn Academy, as well as a dozen other grisly murders, are attributed to the beast that lays puppets your flesh. Today I will cast out this evil from you, so that you may face the consequences of your betrayal. Your turncloak action for your countrymen, for we know how you came to be enthralled, Malcolm. It is for that thievery and everything that you have caused we pass through his gaze. You can explain yourself once the exorcism is finished, if you do not swallow your tongue.
It's at that point that Ruth's eyes open. She looks at her father. And he looks at her with the sternness of a High Lord Juratus and completely shuts down whatever objection she was about to make. She looks worried. She looks concerned. And he looks at her with the dominating voluminous voice. He goes, "Stand back, daughter. You are here for what comes after, not during. I cannot lose you again." And she steps back towards this point here and moves away. And
Wait,
The-
on the map?
Oh, are we
You're on a
supposed to be on
map.
a different map?
you're on a map, but you're not there yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, because you said she's going to move over here, and they're going,
He
"Oh,
doesn't.
what?"
He doesn't want to show us the fight.
Cool. There is something that I would like to do while this is starting. if
Sure.
that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
I would like to use my channel divinity to turn on divine sense.
Uh-huh.
For the next 10 minutes, I am very much like looking at Maldum while he's doing this, and just to sort of see the whole process.
Yeah.
So you just next 10 minutes or until incapacitated. To the first,
Yeah.
who knows with Leronok? It happened quite a bit in the last fight.
Mhm.
You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead.
Okay.
And can also detect consecrated and desecrated areas.
This spell, this binding enchantment, is so overwhelmingly powered with celestial magic that it's overpowering the dimness of you sensing the demon, like within Maldum. You can only feel celestial power within this room. It is so unnervingly strong. And with that, the High Lord starts to speak. Melancholy. Sudahirach. And he starts to speak celestial. And as he does, Maldum drops to his knees and starts to just wail, like holding his hand over his cheeks. He's running his hand through his hair and starts to curl into the fetal position and scream and scream and scream and scream and starts to kick his legs out. And after a few moments of this, he starts to spasm and spasm and shake and spasm and shake. And the High Lord does not relent. He keeps speaking celestial words and they go strong with thaumaturgic booms of the spell just echoing, and the celestial writing he just reads off over and over, and you're watching this, and you're watching this spasming, this swinging, moving of consciousness, like a body literally possessed. The arms move in ways which shouldn't be normal to a person. The legs kick out and bounce off the ground and writhe like that shouldn't be possible for a person to normally do. Do any of you do anything?
I have not been guided to do so, so I am not.
Okay.
Can I make an insight check on Maldum to see,
Sure.
or I guess the demon possessing Maldum, whatever.
Sure.
Is it an act
Yeah.
or does this seem like?
Yeah, make it. You can make an insight check or an arcana check.
I'm gonna go with insight. It's my better one.
Okay. Yeah, it's a hard DC because he's literally spasming on the ground.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, I've got to try.
Yeah.
That's not terrible, but I don't think
Really
that'll be
hope
enough.
I'm
17.
gonna roll low.
It's 17. It is a man spasming in the ground, rolling around, and you can't hear what he's saying. You're not sure. This goes on for a few more moments until his body completely quakes still. Stops. Juratus keeps speaking. The body goes vertical as it leans up. The head looks around the room and then stands up of its own free will. And there's a different look in its eyes. A completely different, glaring, bestial, bloody look. And it just points, not at the Juratus, and not at Hendrik, not at any of you, not even at Arthur. It points directly at Ruth Va. And it does a crass finger across throat symbol, as then his jaw extends and top part of his skull cap bursts open and his arms dislocate from his body as shadows burst out of his form, wings flap out of his back, two pairs, a skull made out of pure bestial rage burning in sulfur rips out of the back of his belly as his body bursts into inconsequential pieces and flies all across the room. as shadows wisp around, still within the celestial circle, and you see 3 shapes start to form in the room. And Arthur shouts, "You idiot! There's three in there, not one!" And everyone needs to roll initiative.
Hell
Oh dear.
yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear.
And actually, that's where we're going to end the session.
Yeah, I was just.
Oh, what son of a bitch! Oh, I got something worse.
No, hold on, DM. Transfer us
Yeah.
to the battle map first, then we can call it the end of the session. I want to see this shit.
You want to be
Okay.
further tantalized?
I want to see this shit.
Okay.
Groovy.
I'm really curious who Arthur is calling.
Okay.
idiot.
Okay, to be fair, I think I would be standing next to Lyranok because he keeps me
Okay.
alive.
Okay.
Well, Thorpe
Not-
does too, but
yeah.
for demons, I think.
Yeah. So this creature here burst out of his belly with its skull, and it's like standing like 9 feet tall, pure muscle, burning white flames and blue flames over his arms. And these creatures made out of shadow burst out of his side of his back, covered in boils, and they're all monstrous demons as the celestial enchantment on the ground just shatters and goes dim.
Hey, Cypher.
Before we end,
Does my divine sense pick up any fiends?
Oh God, run!
before this session, I talked to Cypher. I was like, "Well, for my 4th level spell, I can either banish or dimensional door."
Ew.
And he
Mistakes were made, I'm guessing.
He explicitly did not tell me anything, but he hinted at, "We're not going to see demons for a bit." I'll throw demons for you later.
And this is why you trust
You
the
son of a bitch.
Good. You learned the lesson today, Ryan.
Excellent. Oh man, I'm
son of a bitch.
It wasn't
Can't believe
one, it
fucking
was
ending us
3
there.
creatures that was inside of Maldum. And now Maldum, there's a little piece of Maldum everywhere.
There's a
You know
bit
what
of
sounds good
Maldum.
right about
There's a
now?
bit of Maldum in everyone here.
I can resurrect
Yeah.
them.
What sounds really good right now is doing a little bit of traveling, going to look into a forest, maybe perhaps save a druid.
No, dude,
That
we gotta
sounds
fight.
really good
Can
right
we
now.
just
We can go rescue the druid as a recovery from the trauma of this.
Yeah,
It'll be a nice little-
R after 3 demons. Let's just
I mean,
go
it's
into
not.
the
It's
Murk
not going to
Woods.
be worse than this.
I mean, from what we were told, there's Fae involved. It can
Oh,
very much be worse
God.
than this.
That's fine. Just don't misspeak.
I think
Don't-
right. You said that in those forests, there's like deals with the Fae and the like.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah, they very
Um,
much can be. They can
just-
be as evil.
Just thinking to save some time for next session, do we all want to roll initiative now? And then that way
No,
we
no,
just
no,
know
no,
who start-
no, no.
Okay.
We'll do it.
I'd
then.
be okay with that. Well, it depends because the issue here is
Torko's
who's
not
gonna
here.
be-
Sean's
yeah,
not
who's
here.
going to be here next week?
Yeah.
I won't
that's
be
true.
here next
Let's
week.
leave it. Oh, we go 2 weeks without. Like, I want you guys all all need to be here for this. So
Yeah, that's what I was
let-
thinking because this is a significantly like. I mean, I'm gonna live and assume like player deaths are a real possibility in this fight. So, or player character deaths, I should say. If a player dies, then that's a different level of concern. But
Yep.
character deaths could very much be a thing because this, from the feel I'm getting, is what we in the business might call a bit of a big deal.
A bit of a,
So,
a bit of a,
I-
yeah.
I think it might be good to wait until we're actually all available, unless we're like not all available for the next 3 months.
I mean, you
Yeah,
say
I
big
think you'll be
deal,
fine.
but I'm really excited to play him.
Oh, is your backup a monk?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
As long as
That was
somebody
great.
I don't need to survive. As long as somebody can go quickly rescue my son after I die, that's completely.
All right, let's do piety. Baldray.
Dude, I'm exhausted. Holy shit.
I can't even
Me
remember
too.
varieties, so let me
No.
quickly
I mean,
read them again.
Again, I don't think we can count treating
Think
that boy in that way. I don't think we can treating the boy in the hearse or the guy in the hearse as a decent human being is enough to justify a piety.
Does Lyranok lose piety for ignoring the suffering of a creature?
Untrusting. Actually,
That is a good question.
no, we don't lose
Well, hang on.
No.
No, I'm actually because it could be.
Mm.
I mean, you let us explode a dude.
Yeah,
Well, that's just what the magic does. Maldon might actually be fine when you kill these creatures. Maybe you don't know. You don't know how exorcisms work. This is your first one.
No,
Yeah,
but
just go with Dimension Door. There won't be any demons anytime soon, Ryan.
But yeah, Cypher, do I lose a piety for
You did not
ignoring the
act.
suffering?
Neither you or Orly act in a way of untrusting on strangers and hostile to newcomers. I don't think you were hostile to either any of the brass shields or any people in this room. So no.
The only time we were untrust would have been before getting blindfolded, and I don't think that really counts because that's
If you guys, yeah,
It
if you
is
guys
an inherently
declined it-
untrustworthy act. To be
Yeah.
fair,
Okay.
like I think I think you can get away with untrusting when someone is doing something specifically untrustworthy, but
Lernak, I would say you were extremely distrusting of the High Lord Juratus because you kept checking to see what he was doing with this thing that this demon spell, right?
I think he
Whose
was
side are
less
you on,
less
Ryan?
trusting of the demons.
Oh, it was the okay? You were seeing if the demons were affected. I thought you were paranoid about the High Lord Juratus. Okay, never mind.
what? No, I mean, not specifically.
Okay,
It was
okay,
more a
that's
case
fine.
of I think the level of it was trusted, or I guess there was a little bit of untrustworthiness in that case of. So you invite us here for an exorcism, and we're entertaining party guests.
I understand what you mean. You were uncertain of the situation in general, not the people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and, like
yeah.
if you
Makes
given
total
that
sense.
information, would have been different. But it was just like we came here ready for a fucking battle, and now we're here trying to act polite. It was a bit awkward.
Yeah,
that's a no for Baldry, I believe, Cypher.
No,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't get any paddy just yet for tier. Just because next session you'll get a few, but not this session because you haven't done it yet.
Exploding a dude into demons count as carrying out punishment on a fugitive from justice?
No, because Meldum still hasn't answered for his crimes.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
That's because he's in pieces. Everyone.
Maybe
Yeah,
he is.
he really fell apart. He just went to pieces.
Maybe it was just a trick
Nice
of the
one.
light.
A trick of the.
A trick
We
of
done?
the light. Does he get any? I don't. Nah, he didn't get any piety for Kinos because I was RPing him and he didn't do anything brief. Actually, no, he did send a sending to someone he never met before.
Is that
I'll
possible
put it in my
enough
back
for it?
pocket.
I mean, technically, yeah, it's kind of a crank call he did, if anything.
Yeah, I'll put it. I'll keep it in my back
that
pocket.
was quick.
Lernock's constant distrust of Hendrik still cracks me up, considering his god.
Oh, poor Maldum. Poor Maldum.
I haven't done anything specifically to distrust you. I've gone along with what you've asked.
I think the earwax thing, but yeah, that's fine.
That wasn't due to untrustworthiness of you. That was down to if I'm going to be ignoring the suffering of someone, I'm gonna face it head on. He's not gonna try and hide away from it.
Wait
Okay.
a minute here. You guys should be very proud of Hendrik because there's every chance he could have gone to this and been like, I'm not going to tell the party. I'm just going to go by myself. And then he would have to fight 3 demons by himself.
Oh no, I know how this shit goes.
He'll hide away with a lot of shit, but then there's a demon involved, and he goes, "I'll pass."
I mean, you say you know how this shit goes, but here you are with Dimension Door, so.
Fucking got him.
Here's the thing, guys. Dimension Door, I don't have to see where I travel, so I could just go 500 feet that way into the dining room, which was in 10
Are we
minutes ago,
still recording?
and I'm good.
Is the video still
I'm not-
going?
Yep,
I'm not sure.
it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay.
Perfect.
Just out of curiosity, where's what's the name?
Who?
The daughter?
Yeah, the daughter. I'm sorry. There's a lot of new names have been thrown at us in this session.
So she's there. Sorry, it's Bubble.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
So she's like back in the threshold of the stairwell.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh man, what a session!
Yeah.
All right, taking bets. How many of these brass shields are going to live through this fight?
They are brass shield elites.
One of them.
I don't think those demons are going to care. I'm going to bet on 2.
2.
So when do we think we're playing next? Because we want to have everyone for this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So definitely not next
week.
coming.
So it'd be the
following
25th,
weekend.
25th. Does that suit people?
25th. Works for me.
I should
Cool,
be fine on the 25th.
Because I will say February, the first 2 weeks of February, I'm probably not going to be around at all. I'm heading
Okay.
up to Donegal for work, so unlikely.
My
Okay.
condolences.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to
me
be
too.
fucking freezing, dude.
Wait, what are you complaining about, Solus? You're coming to England.
Yeah, true.
You really need condolences.
Is Donegal not nice?
It's going to be cold. It's going to be very, very cold.
Oh, okay. Because I was looking
Damp
at
and
pictures
cold.
like, oh, it looks nice.
Oh,
Oh,
it's beautiful.
God,
It's
way up
beautiful.
there. Oh, that's by those the damn hexagonal.
It's a little bit to the west of
okay.
the causeway, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, have fun up there and freeze your ass off.
Yeah. Plus, it's outdoor recordings. It's all field recordings, so it's outdoors, damp and cold. It's gonna be
Oh
beautiful.
wait, Donegal has a mountain. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 25th would be perfect if possible, I guess.
I'll
I need
put it
to-
in.
Good.
Snag.
I'll put it in.
I need to visit Ireland at some point, dude.
That's not
If you're
bad.
coming to Ireland, do the west. Do the west. All along the west. That's my suggestion.
Not east. Okay.
25th.
No,
It's because I live in the
no.
east.
I live in the east as well. I'm like, no. It's terrible.
It's
terrible.
too close to it. It's too close to England. It got to, you can
It's
it
very
caught-
close to England, to be fair. You can see,
It gets
technically
corrupted
see
by its
Britain.
proximity.
So
Um,
on a nice day on top of Sugarloaf Hill, you can see Wales and England. So
English is still the predominant language, Western Ireland.
Yes,
yeah,
but there
there's a few
are
pockets
Gael-talked
of, like,
areas.
Gael-talk.
Okay. Yeah, I remember hearing something about that.
It's fine. You'll be grand.
I have a translate app. It's fine.
Yeah, well,
I think almost everyone in the Gael-talked area also knows English. They just prefer to speak Irish.
yeah.
It's fine. I'll just have a American flag beanie so that I'm not British.
Oh,
I'm
no.
American.
There you go. Just refrain from saying you're like 1/20th Irish or you've got like 5% Irish blood. Or just refrain from saying stuff
Yeah,
like that.
my great grandfather's dog's twice removed pups was
Yeah,
passed by Ireland, so I'm Irish.
yeah.
Mm. Any historical events happened on this day? Maldon exploded.
Hang on. So he's dead then, is he?
You're not sure.
I mean, what does
I'm
dead
pretty
really
fucking
mean?
sure.
What does dead really mean in a country with this many spellcasters with revive?
I mean, they said the guy's daughter got married. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, oh no, she got better.
Yes. I was turned into a new.
The only thing people die from in this country is old age or poverty, because they can't.
So they can't afford to be resurrected.
Oh, he just died via internet connection.
Yeah,
I knew
apparently.
that you guys are like, oh damn it, I need to fight demons, but I think you guys are more annoyed at having to pay 25 gold for an elevator.
100%. Give me demons every day as opposed to that amount.
I'd completely forgot about that.
I mean, no, it could have been so much worse because it could have been like it could have cost 22 gold, and that would have bugged me far more.
Oh yeah, if you really want to annoy Toxic Cypher, just make the amounts you have to pay not rounded. That'll be 21 gold and 5 silver.
I'm
No, that's fine. That is an okay amount because at the very least, the silver is it's an integer and then intervals of 5. If you really want to fuck me up, you go. It's 22 gold and 3 silver.
Mm.
Remember when
That's when you
Cypher
get
had
the capital.
us exchange currencies?
Yeah.
I worried it was a bad idea. That was such a pain in the ass, dude. Oh man, that was just funny. Well, okay, 25th, we all die.
25th, we all die.
25th, I roll a monk.
Quite possibly.
You'll get 2 feats now. have to build your month. Technically 3 with your origin feat.
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
By the
I just
way,
kicked the bot. That's all.
By-
the
Yeah.
fact
Oh,
that
okay.
there's a half storm giant makes me really jealous, and I now want to try and play half storm giant.
Yeah, by half giant, is that like as in Goliath?
A Goliath. Goliath.
Okay,
yeah.
I was going to say because I know they tend to sometimes get called half giants, but it could also be an actual just half giant.
The same way in the setting people refer to you as a demi angel, you know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Whereas,
When Cypher
I
first said it, I did not hear the half part. I just heard the giant, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" It's a
that would
butler
be
in this
that would make a very effective bodyguard.
Yeah.
What do? I just stand in the way. They can't get past.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got game tomorrow. They're in a combat, so at least I get my combat thrills out tomorrow as well with the other
God,
party.
How are
what
they doing?
happened? We started this session like prepping for a tournament arc, and it was all happy-go-lucky, cheerful, and then we're ending on this.
Yeah,
I have
happy-go-lucky demonic.
I have
You guys think
This
you guys think the tournament's gonna be happy-go-lucky? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah,
consequence-free, baby.
people are gonna die.
That's a them problem.
Oh, wait, hang on. Is this going to be more like Hunger Games and less like?
I mean,
I
you've
think-
seen Mortal Kombat, right?
I'm pretty sure I distinctly remember telling you that like there's clerics in hand with Revivify
Oh
during
yeah,
the tournaments.
yeah. And then maybe the
Yeah,
odd person
happy-go-lucky.
dies, but
No,
it
it'd be
sounded
terrible
like
if someone cast
everybody dies.
if someone suddenly casts counterspell over and over and over again.
Hey, that's for later in the game for me to do to you.
I mean, give us one more level, and I have counterspell. Granted, I'm a much worse caster at it, but I have it.
Oh, I
I'm
picked
excited
up.
to see how. Go ahead.
I picked up the spell magic, by the way, guys, and detect magic, so we're good
Oh,
there at
nice.
least.
Nice.
Well, at least Arthur's gut feeling that something was going to go wrong went wrong. So vindication.
Okay, I'm also really curious. Who was Arthur shouting at when he said, "You idiot"?
The High Lord.
The High
High
Lord.
Lord.
Oh, wow.
Raw
Hey,
emotion, man.
sometimes the best employee you had is just like one who's able to call you on your bullshit. So
He should have done that a long time ago.
let's see if we can keep Arthur and the High Lord and all these valuable NPCs alive.
I mean,
Otherwise,
that is what me and Thoric do, I think.
Is
Yep.
the High Lord important?
he's the High Lord of Erith, the capital.
I know, but if
True.
he dies, they have a replacement.
They have a replacement, but they're going to want to know
The
how you died.
assassination of JFK wasn't a big problem. They have a replacement.
Yeah, they replaced him. This guy's like 90. I don't even like him. He's not even paying us.
I don't even like.
He's
I like
paying
his
us
voice.
he's
He's
paying
very
us an-
slow to speak, but I like his voice.
He's paying us an exposure.
He's a
Stop,
human.
dude.
And he's,
No, stop. I was a musician. Don't do that to me. That's
And he's-
PTSD. That is.
he's a human and he's 90. He has like what, a decade? That's nothing. That's like bam, done. Dead.
Dude, again, I feel you're underestimating the level of holy spells goes.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But also, he's a human that got to achieve the rank of a High Lord Jurtis, so he must be pretty fucking good at his job.
I
mean,
hope so.
I
There's
feel
three
like
demons.
even
in front of him.
age must be quite limited when you can literally go.
Demons.
I'm gonna. I feel like even the effects of age must be quite limited when you can literally go. I'm gonna go speak directly to God and see if he'll keep me alive longer.
Maybe for the Hierophants.
Plus,
Yeah,
enhanced
exactly.
ability exists. Just cast that shit.
Yeah.
He's actually like a 12th. He's actually like an 18th level monk, so he just doesn't get any. He doesn't get any worse as he ages.
I mean, what I'll say is like, not always lost. Like, there's still the celestial circle that they're still in is definitely still going to make like an effect on these demons. Like that is not good for them. But let's see if they can break out of it. So
What is the CR of guys?
That's some bullshit.
the
What?
CR of what?
Of whatever these demons are, dude.
The
You
back of
don't
my
want to
head-
look it up.
The back of my head, that pig demon looks familiar. and it scares the shit out of me.
Okay. I mean, the character art looks very high
Oh,
CR. I'm not
wait.
gonna lie, dude.
Oh fuck! This is from a decade and a half ago. Yeah, okay. If it's what I think it is, it's really bad. Like, I don't. No, it couldn't be. No, because no, it couldn't be. This battle has to be like hypothetically winnable.
It depends. That depends on what you consider to be a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I will say
It
is
could be a
that
matter of survival is a win.
what I will say, right? What I will say is this battle that you're about to have is let me see if I can do the math here. Is only 800 XP down from your daily budget of your entire adventuring day. So
Oh, so there's going to be a phase. There's going to be a phase 2, right?
yeah.
We defeat them all, and then they Megazord into a bigger demon or something.
I think the second phase is just like, will Leonard be able to keep his oath? That's the battle for you, my friend.
My oath. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So full disclosure here. I looked up Pig Demon D&D. I saw the name and nothing else, and I said, "Oh shit, that is the thing I remember." And that thing wiped out a party of like level 5s in like 2 turns.
See, they're level 5s. We're like 3 whole levels higher than them.
3 whole levels.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh.
and we have enough
Which,
damage
considering
mitigation.
considering how exponential the damage and the damage and survivability is for D&D, that's quite 3 levels is kind of huge.
I remember they went to a tomb or something like that. There's a statue of a pig demon, and they decided, like the thief decided to just kick it over, and that let free the demon. It was the stupidest death I've ever seen.
I still love
Uh,
the last session of your campaign, Ryan, and Spiny Shield. That will forever be remain in my memory.
You guys had like
Spiny
5. You have 5 aces up your damn sleeves. Like, I was not expecting everyone to survive. I'll be honest.
What I
Spiny
will
Shield
say
was
is,
the spell.
remember your piety abilities. They're there to help you from the gods.
Yep.
And I said, like, I only have 3 of them, and 2 of them are out of combat.
Yeah, they could have maybe helped you convince not this was a good idea. You could have rolled a DC 30 check. Like, maybe we shouldn't exercise this guy. Maybe we can talk to him and get the demon out of him that way.
I'm gonna
That was
count
an
myself out this one
talk
because
to
I
a
didn't
demon
even
out.
know what actually.
Okay. Well, I'm scared about casting spells on high level demons. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna bounce back or some shit.
All jokes aside, I haven't actually even put any time whatsoever into like a backup character. Has anybody?
Yes.
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 You guys have? Okay, cool.
Yes, but that's because
I thought
I
it was
just
gonna
do it. I just do it for like fun. I'll just theory craft.
Oh yeah, well I suppose it doesn't count for you
While I'm
because
doing something that's completely brain dead, my mind will
got
be
like
like,
50
I wonder if I could do this.
You've got 50 sheets on the fucking
Yeah.
go whenever.
Oh, I mean, I did. Some of them don't transfer well across into the 2024 version of the game.
I made a backup when I thought Hendrik was gonna get kicked out of the party.
Oh shit! No way.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad. That's
Bendrick.
Bendrick.
I didn't actually name him. That's the only thing I didn't really do.
Yeah, the names are the one thing I always see. Oh, like names and usually backstory usually come a little bit later for me.
Hobbin.
All right. Well, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go off.
Nice.
So
Nice.
thank you all
very
for playing.
much.
We will play on the
Thank you for
25th.
Thank you for the session.
Thank you.
No problem. I will see you all. Be ready with your game faces on when we play.
And your backup characters. Get those
And your
ready.
backup characters.
Understood.
To get this ready. What do you
You
mean?
guys
Orly's backup character is just his son. He just walks. Oh, where's my dad? He's dead.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I actually can't believe you'd suggest something so traumatic to. My whole experience of this campaign has just been trauma, by the way, and you want to double that?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
double it and give it to the next person?
You know what my
Oh
favorite
wait,
part
I
of this
can,
whole
I,
thing
that's
is?
fine. I can traumatize someone else. I'll play a bard called Bill Bores.
My favorite part of this
Uh.
is Orly may not realize something's gone wrong yet.
Last thing I'll say is I went out on a night drinking with Sean, and he was saying how much he hates bards, and I keep introducing bards in the setting. He's like, I'm so pissed off with Cameron because he introduced a bard I can't just kill or get rid of. We have to have him for the quests. I'm like, exactly.
Okay, so what you're saying is we all have to become bards apart
All
from
play
Sean.
bards.
We all become bards.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you guys for playing. I will see you
Right.
in a couple weeks.
Have a good
Thank you
night.
very much. Take care.
You too as well. Oh, see ya. See ya. Bye. Bye. Bye.